Hello everybody, welcome back to Survival Chances Slimmer, our maximum difficulty oxygen not included. Let's play probably a short stream today, but a lot of important things that we want to do. One of the things I think we want to do is go ahead and deconstruct this liquid pipe right here, and then say plumbing, liquid bridge, igneous rock right here. Basically, at the end of our last stream, we had some issues where our bathroom had gone offline because we weren't powering it with this manual generator because the priorities were all a little bit messed up. We were trying to do a bunch of other stuff at the same time. So let's go ahead and get our bathrooms back online. That sounds like a pretty high priority to me. That's priority 8, this thing. And we'll just use whatever water is left in this system, more or less, to supply these oxyferns while this thing recharges itself a little bit here. This also is at priority 9. Perfect. So this should start looping around on itself now. And yeah, we're going to have to clean up some messes. But other than that, we want to start getting our plastics operation up and going so we can start getting some steel refinement in a really power efficient manner. And we also need to do something about the sort of heat threats that we have down here at the bottom. This area doesn't look so great, but really the only thing wrong with it is that some of this hot obsidian spawned on the wrong side of this abyssalite, so it's not an active heat leak, not really. It's just that this obsidian is pretty hot and it's heated up a lot of this biome. So we are going to build a little bit of a wall right here just to kind of contain this heat and leave it for later if we can, because we could harness a little bit of steam power off of this if we chose to. But the other really big threat is over here. We have this gold amalgam, which is just, there's no barrier basically between this superheated steam biome and this slime mold that we have over here, right? So we need to wall off a pretty large area over here and contain that. And also, as I looked around when I kind of booted the game back up, I noticed that there's also seems to be a little bit of a heat issue over here. I think it might just be that some of this obsidian has been on the wrong side of things, but I kind of also want to do a little bit of exploration this way and see if we have to maybe cordon off this area a little bit. Either way, this area is a little bit hot as well, so I'm a little bit worried there might be a leak, but again, it could just be these little chunks of obsidian. And as we do all this, we want to continue expanding out our hatch ranches. So this I have all at priority 7. That seems fine to me. We'll get the incubators up as soon as we start running out of hatches to put in our new hatch ranches. We have our digging tasks over here at priority 5. That doesn't sound right. That's priority 8, all this. Because we have some oxygen set up here now, and if we get to here, we can get this oxygen and we can start replacing a lot of this with insulated tile is the plan, right? Basically insulated tile here, 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 and then probably right across here or right across here. Either one works. Yeah, and just contain that heat over there. And then over here, I have this at priority 8 already. That sounds good. We want to break into here so we can get some oxygen, and then we can set up our little oil operation right here to pump up the oil to an oil refinery, which we're going to operate and generate a little bit of plastic for ourselves. So let's go ahead and get to it. First and foremost, I kind of want this manual generator, someone running on this, just so we can get our bathrooms back up and going. We'll also want to go ahead and mop up priority 8 all this. Making messes is not really that big of a deal for us, because we already have slime lung pretty much everywhere. So the nice thing is that the slime lung pretty much inoculates us against a lot of other problems that we might have. Not really the intention of having all the slime lung there, but you know, it works. And if this falls down to here, that's fine. This area we don't have any plans for at the moment anyways. Suffocating. Yeah, this little oxygen area hasn't quite filled up yet. We're going to need a little bit more time before they can catch their breath over here in a very efficient way. We could lower the ceiling on this a little bit, I suppose, and that would help. Yeah, maybe we give that a try as well. Let's go ahead and say sandstone. Let's try lowering the ceiling just a little bit. Try and get the oxygen down to a little bit lower level. We'll say priority 8 on this, and then we might finish up the last one if that isn't enough. I kind of want to have a little bit... I want to have a little bit of height here. That way we don't have oxygen potentially spilling out the sides due to pressure fluctuations. That's something I want to work on. And then this is all high priority as well. We're going to finish up this cooling loop and get all these trees up and going, which should supply our ethanol. Because we're kind of low on power at the moment. Yeah, we're really low on power. We don't have a lot of ethanol in the system, unfortunately. Just because we haven't had the lumber to run all this stuff. So that's something that I also want to fix. Basically get as many domesticated trees as we can going. Oh, and this also looks like the mess got made here. Go ahead and mop this up. So, do we have this going yet? There is sand. There is power. What exactly is the issue? This is connected up. Yes. Okay, it's moving. And it processes some water, and that should get our stuff back and going. I think we're good on that front. We'll need to mop up a few more messes. Basically, we just got distracted with the whole, you know, heat death thing coming at us. That we forgot a few other choice priorities. But let's go ahead and say priority 8 on this as well. Start getting that built. And yeah, I want to explore it this way as well. So what I want to do is I want to say deconstruct, deconstruct. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to dig out all the way along here. Something like this. This will also let us sort of explore this area a little bit more. And we'll just dig out the whole corridor over here is the plan. Yeah, we'll be under this area, and then we can come back if we do want to insulate this part. We can just put up insulation right here on this level, and then all this hotter stuff will be sort of beneath this, which should be fine. I guess we are setting things up where we're going to have some soggy feet. Maybe we priority 8 this as well. And then we'll say priority 7 on this. Maybe that's a little bit too much. We'll say priority 6 once after we get past this this slime mold over here, because maybe we want to dig out that slime mold. We also want to get more algae so we can keep our oxygen. Oh, and new duplicant. I didn't hear this. What do we got? New dupe. Don't want anemic. That's pretty garbage. I don't want bottomless stomach either. So I guess we're taking Liam. Just by process of elimination. None of these guys have really anything special going for them either, so... Liam, you are the least offensive of our choices. Welcome aboard. Also, are you our second Liam? I've already kind of forgotten who we have and who we don't have. No, you're our first Liam. Alright. Skills. Let's go to Liam over here, and I think we're going to give him improved farming, and we're going to set him up as a farmer right away. May we want to have as a critter rancher. Joshua, I guess we might as well get him field research, just so he can start developing more skills. Same logic here. Marie, I don't think I want to do anything. I mean, maybe improve carrying too. Would work. Let's go with improved carrying too. Start working some people up to exosuit training. She has a bonus in it anyways, so she's kind of a good one to put there. Likewise, Meep here, who is looking like a fairly good candidate for astronaut life. I don't think I want to give him anything quite yet. I'm not sure if I want to... I'm not sure what I want to do with Meep. He's probably becoming an astronaut, though. And we can do field research for Abe. Yeah, let's start getting field research on anybody who doesn't have any sort of improved carrying. Improved carrying 1 is really important. Improved carrying 2 is a little bit less important, because once you've got, you know, enough to carry everything that all the building materials that you need for a single building, then a lot of the carrying tasks become a little bit less relevant. So I think we will also go with field research here. Ashcan we're going to leave alone. I think we go with field research here. I don't know, morale is a little bit low on some of these guys. I'll hold off on that one. I guess because we can't do any research on you, we might as well get you to improved carrying. But you're a farmer, so it doesn't really matter anyways. I think I've gone through a lot of these already. Just kind of screening. And we're holding back some points because I don't want to build a skill scrubber later on. Although, I mean, Ellie is our scientist person. She's definitely going to be the person who's doing our astronomy research, very likely. So we might as well give her this now. Yeah, let's give her a point in this, and then I think we'll leave the rest open. Alright, looking good. And schedule-wise, Liam, what are we going to do with you? You are an early bird, so we definitely want to have you on a schedule that has skills up at that point. Let's put Liam down here. We still want to kind of move things around a little bit. I basically want to take Banny and Lyra and move them down to later schedules, just to kind of smooth out our bathroom usage a little bit. And also, how are we doing? Empty pipe in use. It shouldn't take long for this to resupply all of this stuff. Right, this should basically get our sinks back up and going. We might have, and mop priority 8 up here as well. Anywhere else that we had little happy accidents over here? Anywhere else? Yeah, letting our bathrooms go offline was a little bit silly, but it's not that big of a deal. Germs are just kind of really not very strong in this game, with the exception of zombie spores. So we don't have to worry about them too much. Okay, let me check on the stream and make sure that I haven't messed anything up here as our duplicates run about. Alright, looking pretty good. It's gonna be a while before we run out of dirt, right? Where's cultivatable soil? We have... I mean, we haven't even been trying to dig out dirt, and we've got 700 tons of it left. So we're a ways away from running out of dirt. But we are in the process of building out hatches, hatch farms, and that's going to be what we do for our... Right, we're more concerned about... give another mop order over here. We're more concerned about the heat problems than we are the dirt supply, I think, is the plan. This is all... So we've explored out a little bit more over here. We do have some salt water here, so there's like a saltwater biome right here, and it looks like there's also a heat leak to this biome here, which just connects straight up to this one. That's a little unfortunate. Okay, so we need to block off a good amount of this then. We need to build a wall here, and then we need to get over here and build another wall. Because it looks like there's some sort of leak down here as well. So basically this entire... I mean, maybe it's a similar thing to this, where it's just a little bit of obsidian that ended up on the wrong end. Maybe. Okay, well, we want to say base tile, insulated tile, igneous rock. We want to go across, I guess just like this would be fine. I can't dig out here. We still want our duplicates to be able to kind of move over here. And then we could do across like this. And dig out here. Like so. Something like this. Where do we want to dig out through here? We probably want to dig out right up here. So we want to dig in through here. I think we want to dig in through here. Just basically worried about sand falling down and us having to do a lot more digging than we would like to. Yeah, I think we'll just go base, insulated tile, igneous rock right here. So this will be our wall right here, right? We have this vacuum as a wall right here. We have this abyssalite right here. So this makes a good kind of break. And then we have this abyssalite right here, and we'll have insulated tile across, and that'll contain the heat from here. We're going to need something big for this whole area. Like, literally, this whole area is going to be insulated tile, igneous rock. Just a big old line going straight like this, and then over. much space do I want to leave? This is already fairly hot. Yeah, so something like insulated tile, igneous rock right across here. This is how much we're going to have to kind of contain things, because it gets pretty hot pretty quickly on this end. We could go a little bit further in, but this is probably the line right here. Yeah, we'll leave this at priority 5, let them work on it if they feel the need, but otherwise we're not going to push it. And then I also kind of want to grab this algae here while we're down here. So build a ladder right there, dig out all of this stuff. Something like this. We might need to build a little bit more scaffolding over here, but should be... I mean, we could just say, don't do this, don't do this. And then they'll be able to get up here, and we'll dig out the rest of this. We'll priority 7 digging out this algae, I guess. No, maybe not that high. Priority 6. Something like this. So yeah, we need this up pretty badly. I'll say priority 7. And we needed to dig in through here and start sealing off this as well. I think the plan is, this is bleach stone. Yeah, dig out through this sand that we have right here. I mean, sand is pretty soft. It'll be quick to dig out, and also it'll mean that the sand won't be falling on our heads. And then we'll probably just replace this line of granite right underneath here with igneous rock. And I think we'll be kind of set then, right? Insulated tile, igneous rock. We'll set up our line right across here. And we'll see kind of how far we have to go, and maybe this will... We're probably not going to get too much better scouting of this. I mean, I could say before we do this, dig out this. What's the temperature here? Yeah, this temperature's already too high, though. They'll just get scalded if they work in this area too much. We need to do this actually pretty quickly. Priority 8 on this, I guess. Yeah, we need to seal off this area. I don't think the steam can break through anything. I think we're fine on that end. And then we need to salvage what we can over here. And so it looks like almost the entire bottom area here, right? This is hot, this is hot. This is hot. This is hot. This is hot. And I don't know, maybe there's something over here, but I mean, this is also pretty hot. Yeah, I mean, we have 767 degree polluted oxygen. So the bottom area of our base is going to have to be a mystery until later in the game, once we have exosuits and some heat removal stuff to work with, because otherwise we won't even be able to build anything there without it breaking down. Yeah, and we'll set up a little scouting party over here. We're probably going to have to... maybe not have to. It could just be this obsidian, but we might have to wall in this area as well. And so we'll just have a wall all the way down. This area seems fine, though. I think if we salvage this, then we'll be able to recover anything that's over here. I think that's the plan. This is... Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, if we get this radiant liquid pipe built, we'll get a little bit of cooling to these trees. Because right now they are... Ooh, 40.9. They're getting hotter. That's not good. We want to fix that. Yeah, we're kind of getting out there. We do need to kind of have the oxygen to get down here, though. So a lot of what we've been doing is building these little oxygen depots so our dupes can catch their breath as they work in this area. Right, so we've put some polluted dirt down, basically, so that they can have oxygen to work in these areas. And that'll help get us out to here and get to a fungal spore. But... I mean, mushrooms aren't like the end-all be-all, right? Because they only survive up to 35 degrees, so they buy us an extra 5 degrees of temperature, but they still kind of have a lot of the same issues, right? Although, space-wise, how much better would we be doing? Not food, I wanted plants. Plants, dust cap. Life cycle, 7.5 cycles. Is this domesticated or not? And produces 2,400 kilocalories. Okay, so I think this is domesticated. Yeah, I mean, this is better on space, right? This is going to be a little bit less work in that end, but I don't know. It's not going to be a huge change in terms of us worried about the heat death of the universe. It will be a little bit more resilient in these farming areas that we have. Like we kind of have this area reserved right now for a lot of dust cap. I guess we'll have to remove what these pips have been planting here. In fact, come to think of it, yeah. Wrangle this guy, please. Where is this guy? Wrangle this guy up. Toss him in with the other pips. This is not allowing pips. Yeah, this is not allowing pips. Toss this guy in so he stops planting all this random stuff over here. And are there any other wild, crazy pips out here? I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're set. But we're basically can put some mushrooms here, but they're not going to be hugely game-changing, right? Because we can't build them outside of our base, which is the big step in terms of getting stuff done. Yeah, we need to dig out up here so we can get the polluted oxygen going. This is going to be kind of hard work, though. This is... yeah, maybe we want to set up another little oxygen depot. Set up like right over here. And then it'll sort of leak out over here. That's fine with me. Say base, storage bin, sandstone's fine. Set this up right here. Actually, base, storage bin, sandstone, boom. I mean, we're putting on top of a bunch of coal that we're about to dig out. Base, storage bin, sandstone. Set it up right here. Priority 8. We'll set up a little bit more polluted dirt right there. Also, give sweep orders for any more of this polluted dirt that is lying around. Sometimes they drop it on their way to various tasks, and because we have this set to sweep only, because we don't want to be sweeping up like other sort of polluted dirt, we have some minor issues with that. Okay. Oh, and priorities, one thing I forgot. Liam, you are a farmer. Alright, cool. So we're going to finish up this ranch pretty quickly, it looks like. We still want to get some more algae, but otherwise this looks like it'll sustain us. And then we really want to get this... how quickly is this heating up? It's hard to say. Yeah, I mean, we're worried about heat transfer from these areas. Because this oxide is really hot, so we're actually pumping in more hot oxygen into this area. Maybe we priority 9 this. Because once we have scalding issues down here, I guess our only recourse is to drop some water on it. I don't want to lose the water. I want to kind of recover that as well if possible. So let's say that's higher priority. We should have decent oxygen for working down in these areas. So we don't have to worry too much about that. And also, let's priority 9 these last bits over here. Prioritize those last bits of construction. That way we can get that cooling loop going, get those trees online. We need to start using up this polluted water, which is becoming a bit of an issue. Right, we need to start using the polluted water so that we can not have all of it back up, which will be really bad. This takes a while to dig through, but we're making progress. They have enough oxygen to work down there. Okay. Not bad. Do we want to consider setting up more farms is a good question. Also, what is this set to? Critters, pips, no. Turn that off. Don't want anything delivered there. Want all the pips here. This is a higher priority one anyway, so they're going to get delivered here, but... Alright, we have a bunch of lumber that we're harvesting. That's perfect. Scalding. Yeah, you've chosen a very poor place to work. Yeah, get out of there. Once we get this one done, we're going to seal this in. I mean, how bad are your wounds? Light wounds? 83 health. We'll let her recover naturally. Yeah, build these, and then build these. They might get a little bit of heat stroke, but we need to get this wall up soon, just to recover as much space as we can. Okay. Not bad. Mealwood is a little bit labor intensive, that's right. I mean, with the... I don't know. We'd basically be saving how much? If we switched from... If we switched everything... I mean, I don't know. Part of the issue, too, is that we need our farms to be submerged into CO2. We can always turn off more carbon skimmers if we needed to, right? To let the CO2 level rise a little bit. But we need no light, and we need, which isn't going to be that hard, but we also need CO2. A lot of our farms are kind of higher up because we put all of our industrial stuff at the bottom. So like we can't go too ham with mushrooms anyways. And it's also just going to take a while for us to get the seeds to really expand it in a big way, right? Like we're starting off with, as far as I can tell, just one fungal spore to work with, and that's it. Did we find any others? There's probably some as buried objects here that we could check out. But we're gonna start off small with mushrooms anyways. Like we don't have, it isn't even really an option to us to go big with them. If they could dig out here and get this oxygen going up, that'd be great. Ooh, another hatch. I need to keep that in mind that there's a hatch down there, because he'll burrow soon and we'll want to wrangle him up. Okay, so this looks good. We'll let this corner be unfinished because it isn't functional for us anyways. And let's go ahead and say sandstone tiles in between here, like so, and then we'll build over the ladders as well. And while we're at it, how about we finish up some ladder down here. Something like this. And we'll say priority 8 on this. And the ladder we're going to leave at priority 5. I don't care about that. But just so we know that it's going to be there in the end game solution. Okay. So what do we think is the heat issue down here? There's abyssalite continuing down as far as we can see. And this abyssalite layer is fine. But there's still, yeah. So it's looking more and more like there's a heat leak, like right over here. That's leaking into this area. It doesn't look like it's a little bit of obsidian spawned on the wrong side. It looks like there's an actual heat leak. Yeah, so we want to get in here and we want to start recovering area. I mean, we could set this line a little bit lower, actually. Hydrogen getting out is fine. I don't need to worry too much about that. I mean, this area is going to be kind of hot. I think it'll be fine. But we could say base, insulated tile. We could just go straight under all this. Recover a little bit more area. And then just basically go through here. And then we won't have to dig out any of this. Maybe that's a little bit better. So let's say cancel here. Base, insulated tile, igneous rock, across like this. And then we want to dig out just across here. I think that works. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then we can set up an insulating layer right here. Actually, we'd set it up maybe a little bit lower, just so we don't have to dig out much more space. Just like so, right? And basically we'll just continue this on, is the plan. But I want to priority 8 this. Getting out to here is going to be important, because this area is still heating up, and we'll have some scalding issues if we don't get out there. Like this. Put some dirt in the way, so we're not just having hot gases escape out to here, but I think this is what we want to do. Right across here. Yeah, and we'll probably just have like a floor going all the way through here, ultimately. But for now, I mean, we could also work on that. It's streamlining movement down here isn't that important because we have the oxygen already. So I think we'll be fine. Yeah, let's leave that alone. And then these we can bump down to like priority 6 right now. I don't really care about these or resupplying these. This can be priority 6 as well. Let's say this is priority 7. You know, never mind. Priority 8. Leave it at priority 8. Let it burn whatever algae is left. Also, the fact they keep getting soggy feet right here is a little bit annoying. Right, every time they keep stepping down here as opposed to jumping to the ladder and climbing down. So we're, I mean, I don't know. Stress isn't that big of an issue right now, but that's something we want to streamline at some point. Okay, so we have the CO2 layer about where we want it. Now we want to kind of flick on a few of these. What's the pressure over here? Pressure here looks good. Yeah, let's flick on 2 more. No, let's put on all 5. I think we have the CO2 layer where we want it to be. Let's turn back on the carbon skimmers, right? Because we have these oxyferns submerged now. Now we want to turn that back on. Oh, and copy settings to here, please. I mean, this is going to be a little bit less relevant soon. Yeah, I don't know. Once we dig out through here, we're kind of fine. We'll save this later. We'll see if we need to do it. I think we got away with what we have right now. Yeah, I think we're fine. We do want more. I don't know. This is barely breathable. We have enough oxygen there. I shouldn't stress about that too much. I think we're doing fine. Okay, so now we have this cooling system up, and we're getting our temperature down on these. What's this one at now? 39.1? Okay, perfect. And this water temperature has risen basically a degree. That's fine. So I think this will work, this cooling system. We'll want to kind of extend it out, and then eventually we'll want to use the rest of this water. We have, you know, about a ton of it. Growth halted, body temperature... Really, 40.1. Okay, that should be fine, right? This carbon dioxide, yeah, I think we'll be bringing down the temperature slowly but surely. Let's get towards plastics. I want to rush plastics because once we get steel up and going, once we kind of hit that mid-game point, right, then I think we're in really good shape. We can start harnessing a bunch of water supplies really efficiently. We can start getting refined metals out of this copper volcano. I'm not really sure what we want to do with this leaky oil fissure, because I think it's roughly half the time this is going to be active, on average. So we're looking at maybe 170 grams per second on average of crude oil, which just isn't a whole lot, right? Like, it's not a big amount. We're talking about, I mean, not even enough. Maybe something for a plastics operation, but not much beyond that, I think. All right, we've built all this. Base, tile, sandstone. Let's go over here and here. Pneumatic doors are fine. I don't care about air transfer here. We just want these airlock doors on here to kind of prevent the heat from getting out. And then let's say aluminum ores. Actually, we have copper over here. Let's use copper ore right here. And then stations. Grooming station. We're just going to set these up the exact same way we did over there. So, boom, boom. Yeah, it'll complain about invalid location, but it will become a valid location. Don't worry, game. Don't worry. Boom, boom. And then critter feeder. Boom, boom. And then let's priority 8 everything but the ladders, which aren't really crucial right now because we have these doors still open. And also, we haven't put anything in these areas yet. But I think the plan is that we're going to have another layer of incubators up here. and maybe another layer right here, and we'll just put them all on different clock sensors so that they, one, are only turning on for part of the day, just so that we can go in there and do the incubation task, because they'll still work if they're only operational part of the day. And it'll avoid us having to use sort of conductive wire or heavy watt wire, or really have much any of a serious power system over here. We can just have a coal generator and a smart battery power all three systems, because they'll be turning on for short periods of the day and on different periods of the day, so they don't overload the wire. All right, so now we have... I thought there was a lot more oxygen in here. We do have some oxygen in here, though, and so I think we're ready, while this oxygen is still here, to get the rest of this set up. Right, once this oxygen is gone, it's going to be a lot harder to work in this area. So let's priority 8 all of this. What did I... Oh, I dug down here. This is how we're getting to our mushroom seed, our little fungal spore, is this pathway down here. The other option is we just build a ladder down here. Maybe that's better. I think this is fine, though. Yeah, I think this is fine. So we'll priority 8 all this, leave priority 7 on that, and then I guess we also say priority 8. I will do this later. This part will get a lot more oil down here, though. Yeah, I guess we can't run this system until we have that oil down there. So priority 8 on this. And then I want to say plumbing, liquid pipe. What am I making this liquid pipe out of? Sandstone? It's fine with me. I mean, we also have other stuff around here now. Maybe igneous rock is better, because we have igneous rock just sitting here, and that's mainly what we care about, is just the proximity. Let's go to... Let's go to plumbing. Cancel our liquid pipes that we had over here. I guess we'll leave these as sandstone because the sandstone's closer here. But let's just say plumbing, liquid pipe, I guess sandstone down to like here, and then igneous rock for the rest of the distance. Just right across. This works? Yeah. Something just like that. And then we also want to dig out this. And power, we're just going to use normal wire, because the plan is to, right, yeah, just normal wire. Copper is fine. Connect this up the rest of the way. And then down to here. We're basically going to run this for a while and get our petroleum, and then we'll use that petroleum in our plastics operation. We'll basically shut this off and be fine with what we got, and I think that's the plan. That way we can just use wire for this entire thing. We will need a power setup for this. Yeah, we won't be able to run this without power either, so let's go ahead and say coal generator, copper is fine with me. We'll slap this down here and slap a smart battery down right here. And we will say wire, copper ore, wire up across here, and then automation, automation wire, lead. And we're going to kind of have a somewhat, like, normally you shouldn't have your battery on the, you should have your power production, then your battery, then the stuff that you're going to, well, let's flip this around, actually. Same logic, but let's flip this around. Because we're definitely not going to power overload on this system right here, but we could power overload the other way. Basically, the problem is that if you set up your power on the wrong side, you can have issues where both the battery is unloading and the power is generating, and you overload the watts here. I mean, if we only have one thing here, it might not matter anyways, but let's do it this way. I'll feel a little bit better about this. That way we don't accidentally overload this setup that we have. It also costs us less lead to do it this way. Not by much, but a little bit. And then we're going to say priority 8, all of this. Get our plastics operation up and going. Get the petroleum, start working on the plastic, and then we can start working on our steel industry. And once we have the steel industry, we can actually start thinking about maybe electrolyzers using this water geyser, right? because we'll have the steel to withstand those temperatures, which should be nice. We can also get up a better cooling system. Like, this cooling system is efficient for what the materials that we have on hand, but it's a lot worse than the alternative of a steam turbine plus aqua tuners. I have some fungal spores at the bottom right next to the volcano that are free for the picking. Really? Which volcano? Over... Sorry, I didn't see your comment for a while, because my chat I need to refresh every once in a while. Fungal spores... Yeah, if you're still here, tell me where it is. Because the only fungal spore, I mean... These are going to be hard to get to. Any swamp area here. And... yeah, we can't do anything here. Oh, this area? Yeah, this area is too hot, though. This area is 200 degrees. There's also thimbleweed seeds that we'd love to get to, but they are also too hot. I think that was what you're referring to. This is the only one that's really reasonable to reach, but there's probably going to be buried objects in here that we could potentially get some more. But this is where I think we're going to get our fungal spore. Yeah, it's too hot. Yeah, it's just... I mean, we could... there's not really a way to get in here and not unleash a lot of heat. Like, we could try and get in here, grab it, and then run out, but it's just one fungal spore. I think we have a better time just digging out buried objects over here and probably finding some fungal spores. I don't see a lot of buried objects, but like here, here. Those are probably just going to be easier to get to, along with just this one. Yeah, because dealing with the heat is too much of a hassle until we get, you know, exosuits up and whatnot. But yeah. Oh, and the arbor trees. So the arbor trees only grow 5 branches. So we basically are going to try and manipulate it so that, like, we might have to work on these a little bit, but we're going to try and manipulate it so that these 5 branches grow, and then these 5 branches grow, and then these 5 branches grow. Right? Basically, all 3 of these spots are going to be arbor tree branches along with this one, and then as long as these are only taking 1 spot away from this section of 3 in the middle here. So this one's taking 1 spot. It's taking the bottom slot here, it looks like. And then this one is taking... This one's taking 2 slots. So we'll need to uproot a branch on here. Right? But you see what I mean, right? Like we can uproot a branch on one of these and get all 5 branches growing on the arbor trees and have enough space, right? Because this also is a branch at the top here. So we have just, you know, all across here is branches, and then in here they kind of share. That's the plan. So we can get them a little bit more condensed and save us some space. Space is going to be pretty important, especially for, I mean, until we get our ranching up and going and have a bunch of ranches out in the hotter area of the map. Right? Because this green area is basically what we have to use for all of our farming effectively until we have ranching up. So these areas are kind of reserved. It's not too much space though. I don't know. Maybe it isn't worth it. It helps a little bit though. Every little bit probably helps. So what do we see over here? Oh, that's... yeah, this is all bad. So this extends even further. Maybe the heat leak isn't even here. Well, no, this is 140 degrees. This is 124 degrees. Oh, well, 193. Trying to basically play hot or not. See where... like, it seems to be getting a little bit... it seemed like it was getting a little bit cooler as you moved out that direction. It's possible the heat leak is, like, down here, right? Oh, great. There's abyssalite here, though. So once we reach this abyssalite, we're golden. I guess we're not saving much of this biome. Are there any... also, have we seen any other geysers? anything else? So we have a copper volcano. We have... This whole tangle is just abyssite and oxalite. We have volcanoes. We have a leaky oil fissure. More volcanoes, more volcanoes. Water geyser right here. So I think that's all we found. That's not a lot. Like, we've seen the edges of the map at this point. We do not have a lot of geysers to work with, it looks like. There's presumably some further away from our base, but we also have to accept that it's quite possible there's a lot of geysers trapped in the hot areas that we're not going to get to until much, much later in the game, right? They're like there's whole sections of the map, like this cool steam vent's actually a good example. There's geysers out here that we're not going to be able to reach until much, much later, just because of the issues we have. Okay, so all of this is now online and running. That looks good. Slime lung's actually gone down, which is surprising, because we created basically these little slime lung pits that they're going to infect themselves in. Scalding. Yeah. I mean, this is going to happen. We kind of want to dig out to here, though, because once we dig out to here, this hydrogen will help cool things off. She's just barely over. Let's move her out, though. Get the scalding toggled off. In fact, let's move her all the way back. I want to come in here though and dig this out, just because this is cooler and this will help with this area. The hydrogen has actually decent thermal conductivity, or at least, I mean, better than the rest. Like, right where this is 0.024, this is 0.168. Almost an order of magnitude difference. Oh, and I mean, we'll leave this muck root here for now. I'm worried a builder will come along and build a tile here. Let's change this priority to 7, that way we can continue this dig job. This oxide will evaporate at some point, because we're going to be digging out stuff as well and creating space, I think. Also, we have all 5 of these going now, right? And the CO2 level's still basically where we want it to be. We might want to replace some more of this with, like, we replace this line of coal generators with our second carbon skimmer setup. I kind of want to build up a little bit of a backlog of ethanol before we do that, though, just so I know we have the power to run that whole system. Our power budget's going to become pretty important, because our like, we will... So, our cooling system is still going to take a lot of power. Like, I want to upgrade our cooling system, but everything that I'm talking about is going to cost more power as well. I feel like we're doing better, though, because we have a lot of these domesticated trees now growing, and that should keep us afloat in that regard. We're also kind of burning down this water a little bit more quickly than I would like. Not sure what we do about that, though. I kind of want to do something with this polluted water here, because it's still... Like, we have it supplying these trees, but that's not enough. But it's still relatively hot, 46 degrees. Like, our cooling system has kept this under control, but it's not doing much more than this. What is the point at which these become waterlogged? Once they become waterlogged, this becomes problematic, because then they stop producing power, which means the pump starts pumping. We have all sorts of stuff not working. Yeah, we're getting to the point where we need to do something about this. Maybe just storage for now would be a good idea. Just store the water somewhere. Set up an extra liquid reservoir would not be a bad idea. Just expand out here. Set up a liquid reservoir here. Alternatively, we just remove one of these algae distillers. What do I want to do with this? So some of it we want to use for coolant, right? Some of it we want to use for coolant in our large cooling system. We could... We could set it up so that we start filling up extra coolant into here, right? Drain basically one of these tanks into here, and that should get the water level down. How do we do that plumbing-wise, though? Because we need to basically say that this line does not have priority. No, because we still need to drain this line. We need to have this cooling line. We still want to have our cooling system run, but we don't have a good way to add coolant to the system without shutting down the system. We could let it shut down temporarily, just shut it down for a cycle. That actually lets us build up some ethanol power reserves. We don't have these under 40 degrees. Like getting these petroleum generators under 40 degrees is kind of the magic thing, though. Okay, let's kind of want to plan out something. I think one of the things we want to do is we want to uncover this copper volcano and start pumping some water into there. That way, when we have our when we finally get our plastic, we can set up a steam turbine right on top of it and get some work done that way. So let's also give it out how fast is that going to happen? Also, wow, that gas pressure is pretty high. I guess all this gas pressure is pretty high. We want to dig out... We want to plan out a little area here, basically. We're not going to uncover this, so we're going to dig out all the tiles but the one that matters. And we're going to have... basically insulating tile across here. So base insulated tile... I guess we'll just use igneous rock. I kind of want to make ceramic before we did this, but I want to start filling this with polluted water first, I think. We'll make this 5 wide, right? And so then we'll have insulating tile go up here. We'll do this later, though. And, yeah, base, insulated tile. You'll just do this, right? Insulating tile up here, and then we are going to say plumbing, liquid vent. This is kind of tricky because our liquid vent could easily melt. I think we could grab some of our iron ore. Aluminum and copper do not have the properties we want here because this output is going to be at 2,226 degrees Celsius, and because we're just going to be sealing this off, well, we'll get some water in here. We could make this out of maybe copper. I mean, I don't know, copper's melting point is still pretty low. We're ideally going to keep this at 200 degrees, right? But it might spike for a while after we uncover some stuff. I think we'll pump in the water first. We'll pump in the water. We'll make sure to pump in the water first, and then we can just use anything. What's closest? Is copper closest? Copper from here versus... I guess we have aluminum right here. Let's do aluminum then. I mean, that... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Plumbing. I don't know. I feel a little bit safer with copper. It's just copper. I mean, I'd feel safest with iron, but we want to save all the iron we can for steel. All right, so this is going to be the outlet basically for our steam turbine that we're going to set up here, but we are going to use it right now to set up like so. Can they reach all of this? Probably not. I don't think it matters. We're going to... I guess we need to do something kind of weird up here first. Insulated tile, igneous rock. We'll give an order out across here. But I want to be able to dig out across here, but I don't want to uncover this vacuum that we have up here. I don't know. We have this pump here. I could just... This is pretty high pressure, though. This pump will be... Yeah, okay, we'll just do it this way. We're going to dig out over here. We're going to build out this area. something like this. We'll clean out this spot over here. We'll set up some plumbing. Plumbing, liquid pipe. I guess we want this to be insulated liquid pipe. Igneous rock. I guess we'll just have this be insulated. We could change the rest to insulated later. Yeah, we'll do this. And then liquid pipe. What's nearby? Granite, igneous rock. Granite? There's probably insulated. There's probably igneous rock over here as well. Plumbing, liquid pipe, igneous rock. We will basically run. Whoops. Plumbing, liquid pipe, igneous rock. We'll run this across here. I guess just out to here, and we'll set up a liquid bridge and start pumping polluted water into here when we're ready. Is the plan. Let's cancel this bit so they don't accidentally dig this out and uncover this vacuum. But yeah, this is the plan. Start taking our polluted water from the system, start dumping it into this over here. Let's say priority 8 on all of this. Because once this waterlogs, we have some issues. Right? We have a lot of issues. Because we need this pump to run to unwaterlog things. It's all on the same grid. Yeah, I think this is fine. This also leaves us leaves us ample room for setting up a steam turbine. So I think we're fine on that end. Question is whether or not I want to try and vacuum out this room. I think we're just going to start... We're going to fill up water all the way to the top, I think. Is the plan. Yeah, we'll just fill up water all the way to the top. That's going to be a lot of steam. But we'll just let this thing run for a long time. We don't want to fill it all the way to the top. I do want to get power out of this, which means we want it to get up to at least 125 degrees. And it's not going to be easy to vacuum this out because the polluted water is going to be off-gassing. We'll just fill it some of the way. I think we're fine with some of the way. Insulated tile, igneous rock. Right, I don't want too much thermal mass in the system because we want to get power out of it basically as soon as we have our plastic up and running. Yeah. I don't want too much thermal mass in the system because we need that. Oh, and I guess this... All these digging tasks should be like priority 8. Also, how is there not a digging task right here? Oh, I guess they're going to dig this one first. Whatever. And then construction, priority 8 right here. And we'll just slowly make our way across. Yeah, I mean, we could electrolyze it as well. That also would help with our oxygen situation because we only have enough algae for so many cycles, right? I think we want to do this regardless. This will also basically purify the water, and we can set up like an electrolyzer right here, right underneath this area. We'll have the steam turbine. We'll have a small little electrolyzer room. Although, this does kind of bother me with the dimensions. I don't think we want... We could do this 4 high. Yeah, let's do it 4 high. We could say make this 1 higher, but I don't think that changes anything. We'll just leave this 4 high. Because maybe I actually move this down by 1, this ceiling. Probably not. I'm thinking about layout issues that are just aesthetic, right? They're not... There's nothing functional about having it one way or the other. Yeah, let's dig out this. Let's start working on this. Let's make sure these don't waterlog themselves. I think it's... I mean, because we're getting there, right? What is the water level? Where is it going? Oh yeah, it's actually rising kind of fast. Okay. Okay. How are we doing over here? Alright, we've done this. Copy settings. Boom. Boom. Copy settings. Boom. Boom. And where were those hatches I wanted to to grab. There's a hatch egg up here. Where is your daddy? Do we already? I think we already wrangled this old hatch egg's daddy. Yeah, this has been incubating for a while. There was one down here. Yeah, wrangle this bad boy up, and I could just give a mass wrangle order to try and find stuff. That's kind of cheating though, right? Does it work? No. Okay. That's fine. Where are any other hatches? I think we're just gonna wrangle up some of these dudes. I don't know. If we see more wild hatches, we'll toss them in as well. But I'm not gonna spend too much time hunting for wild hatches. We already kind of want to just move some of these guys out anyways. So, let's wrangle this dude up. And this one... These are normal hatches, right? Hatch, hatch, and then wrangle up one of these. That should be the 4 that we put in here. Because we're leaving a little bit of room for eggs, basically. Like, we already have 2 eggs in here, which is kind of our limit. Reproduction 43%, reproduction 46%. So they have 3 more cycles and they lay 2 more eggs. Right, each of these little ranches holds 4 hatches comfortably, and then after that we need more ranches. We're gonna need a lot more ranches. Also, looks like another mess that I forgot to clean up. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. I like that idea. Wrangle up some more hatches. How are we on getting to this area? We have made very little progress. So we built this oil refinery. We built some of the plumbing. Oh, are they running through this water now that this is here? That's a little unfortunate. Okay, let's force them to use the scaffolding again by doing this. Priority 9. I don't want them running through this water. For one, they run slower, but also because they get soggy feet. Yeah, I don't want... We're going to try and avoid that. We'll replace this with sandstone tile, and then they'll hop up here. They'll be forced to hop up here, and then they'll just hop across. That should work. Is this water level still increasing? Yes, it is. Actually fairly quickly, too. Okay. So, we probably still want to leave a little bit of this area open. That way we can get down here and remove this last bit. So we might not... Yeah, not finish this. We'll have like ladder right here ultimately. Oh, and you know what? Actually, let's say priority 9 this. Because this is going to be a real rate limiting step for getting this dug out. Is how we build this insulated tile. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then we'll just try and... We'll have a ladder here. We'll dig out this after we've put in a layer of water. And we'll have a bunch of gases in here as well. But hopefully we will be able to kind of prevent there from being too many gases. I don't know. What are my other options? We could stick a gas pump down here. I would need to power it, and then it would break after we turn things on. But that could vacuum out the room after we seal it off. I mean, another option is actually we just stick a gas pump up here and vacuum out through this hole that we leave. It's still just going to be off gas. The polluted water is going to be off gassing. I don't think we have a way around that. There's going to be... We kind of just want to have polluted oxygen in here, though, because if we have a high enough pressure, it'll force all the polluted oxygen just like to one tile, and then it won't block our steam turbines input ports as much. But if we have carbon dioxide and polluted oxygen in here when we set up the steam turbine, we're going to have at least 2 of these blocked off, which can be a little bit problematic. I don't know, it's free power regardless, right? And this is going to be a limited heat source anyways. So maybe we don't even care about how many ports are blocked, just because the limiting factor ultimately is going to be the heat source and not the efficiency of the steam turbine. So maybe we just don't even care if there whatever gases are in here. I think we'll live with it. Yeah, let's get these walls finished up at least, and then we can start pumping our water in here. Let's also go ahead and say priority 7 on this for now, in case one of our dedicated builders wants to get working on it. So we finish up all this, right? Not right. They stop. They're going to finish it up. And then we can start putting some polluted water in there. And then we can uncover this copper volcano, have it start generating some heat, and that way we'll have a heat resource to tap into once we have our plastic. And that'll provide the power source for our cooling system once we're ready to go on that, right? Because, again, like a metal volcano just doesn't provide a ton of heat. Like, we want to run this for a while to build up a backlog of heat for the steam turbine to process. Is ideal. Right? Have a large mass of water. We can always add some more water to this if we need to keep it under 200 degrees. What do we got? New dupes. These guys are pretty garbage. These guys are actually really garbage. Slow Learner is terrible. Flatulent's terrible. I guess it's Ari then. Gourmet's bad. I mean, he's got a decent set of skills, I guess. But the problem is, if he's going into farming, then he's not a builder, right? The researching is good. It doesn't matter anyways. We're not taking a Slow Learner. We're not taking Flatulent. So it's Ari. Welcome aboard. Also, we forgot to move people on the schedule again. I never remembered to do that. We can go ahead and say that Ari goes down here, I guess. We're already cramping this whole section, though. Let's move Lyra down to here. And then we can move Banny down to here. Basically squeeze an extra hour out of each of them. And then let's move our new friend to an open spot. Yeah. We'll try and even things out a little bit. We're not going to get a full day's work out of this guy, but that's fine. Also, do we have anywhere remotely enough to have enough beds? Are people still making messes? Am I forgetting to pick up some of these messes? Mop priority 8. I mean, these are functioning, right? Excess water goes into here. That's fine. We're going to need to top this off eventually. Maybe we need more bathrooms. We could start considering expanding out the bathrooms. We have a lot of the plumbing already done. Wouldn't be that hard. Let's consider moving these over to here. Skills. Ari, my boy, let's give you advanced research. Max. I think we want to give you improved carrying before we... Well, maybe improved construction. Let's give you improved construction first. We always need more builders. Also, what is... I guess Ari can do anything. He's not really specialized. CO2 level is not quite where we want it to be. Maybe we turn off a carbon skimmer. Or maybe the issue is just that the oxygen pressure is so high. Yeah, this oxygen pressure is really high. Let's instead... I mean, good problems, right? Too much oxygen. We're stifling the growth of our oxyferns. Okay, let's not turn this off. Let's instead lower the priorities. They're right, priority 8. Priority 8. Priority 8. Let's have one of these be... Let's say this one be priority 7, and then we'll have this one be priority 7. And we'll leave one of each at priority 8. These are at really low priority, right? Okay. Just produce a little bit less oxygen to let the CO2 level rise up a little bit further. I think that's the plan. And yeah, I think we want to expand out our bathrooms a little bit here. We'll uproot these, we'll move them down to the end of the line here, right, so they can capture this CO2 that's over here. That comes out of here whenever the gas pressure gets low. And we will set up another set of sinks and lavatories. I think we'll leave the space in between here, right, because then we can set up a potted plant and event. And we'll have this this area be, you know, I guess we don't need to, well, no, we still need to uproot these because we need to move our water sieve down as well. So uproot all this. This is a decent priority. And let's start working on expanding our bathrooms. I don't know, I haven't seen them make a mess thing, but I know we're from experience that we're going to start running into issues, even though we've split people up across a bunch of different things. We're going to start seeing, you know, both the lavatories be used. It's probably not a super high priority, but it's getting up there. Are these unreachable? These are unreachable. This is unreachable? Really? This is unreachable? You can't stand here and do this? You're kidding me, right? This can't be unreachable. You stand right here, you build... This I get, right? This is 4 high, which is why we need the rest of this. Really? Yeah, because they can't stand here. Why can't they reach this one, though? Okay. I don't believe you. You're telling me that can't be done. I don't believe you. Let me, I don't know. Occasionally these things get bugged. It's pretty rare for that to get bugged, though. Let's try that. Set up a new task. See if they can't get that done. Because they're working on priority 8 stuff. This stuff is priority 9, right? Yeah, this is priority 9. They should be able to reach this. You stand right here. You come down here. You stand right here. You dig and build this. What am I missing? Okay. How did our oxygen hold out over here? It did not. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We need to... We're going to copy settings over here. And we are going to set up a little more oxygen over here. Yeah. Let's also go ahead and say base. Maybe this is even a better place to put it. Storage bin. What's around here? Igneous rock, base, storage bin, igneous rock. Boom. Oxygen, deodorizer. Boom, boom. Priority 8. This stuff. Let's start getting some more polluted dirt out to there. Little bit more polluted dirt to work with. Sweep up this. Sweep up this. We'd kind of ideally want to do this in 800 kilogram size chunks. I don't know. It depends upon how good our haulers are. It's kind of a difficult thing to game. And we now want to plant some oxyferns. Plant. Copy settings. Boom, boom. Get those planted. Get our oxyferns over here, and then this will allow us some room to expand out our... Oh, and we also want to start considering base tile... I don't know, granite? Now we'll just stick with igneous rock. Eventually we want to replace all of our ugly igneous rock tile with smooth granite tiles. But for now... Yeah, deconstruct buildings. Just get rid of all this. I don't want this mealwood here, by the way. How much room do we need? So we're basically just moving a 8 over. Yeah, so we're gonna have to uproot this, but we'll basically set up the wall like right here-ish. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay. Deconstruct these. Priority 7. I don't. It's priority 8. Let's get working on it. And have we reached our mushroom seed either? It's priority 8 this as well. We have a lot of stuff priority 8, but let's let our diggers work on that. Yeah, we have a little oxygen station over here. Also the place where we give everybody slime lung, right? No, there's no germs on this. Interesting. Because of what? I guess it dies off fast enough. That's interesting. Okay. Suffocating? You're not suffocating. Don't lie to me. Base, tile, igneous rock. So we set up igneous rock across here. And then we want to say refinement. We're basically just going to duplicate what we have over here. Right. But we need a little bit more space. I didn't do 8 tiles, did I? Okay, deconstruct this as well. Priority 8. Wait, what? Okay, this is priority 8. And then I have... Yeah, okay, 8 tiles wide. We're going to move all this down, and that will provide the room for our... If we move this... we need room for a door, don't we? Okay. Deconstruct this as well. And then we will say base, tile, igneous rock, right here. Pneumatic door, aluminum ore is fine, right here. And then we're going to say refinement. Let's go and let things run. Refinement, aluminum. Boom. Power. Manual generator. We'll stick with aluminum. Boom. Small battery, aluminum. Boom. Power, wire, aluminum. Across here. And then we have the plumbing set up for all this. We want plumbing. Liquid pipe. Igneous rock is still fine. We will start setting up the pipe that we need. Which is just going to run across right over here. And yeah, then we want to start setting up some liquid bridges and whatnot. Base, tile, igneous rock. Boom. Priority 8, everything that I've set already, but don't change this priority. Plumbing, liquid bridge, igneous rock is fine. We are then going to have basically bridge, 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 bridge. Flip this. Bridge. No. I did this wrong. Scratch that last one. Cancel that. Plumbing, liquid bridge, igneous rock. Yeah, back around like this is good. We'll set one up here when we're done. Yeah, set up our bridges, set up our connections. Priority 8, all this. Construction priority 8. Okay. They are running across here. That's working. They are not delivering to here yet. It's not working. I want more. Is there any more polluted dirt in these areas that I can use? What about over here? Yeah, let's start grabbing these. Sweep up this. Sweep. Get all of this stuff over here. Start tossing it in to get more oxygen out to our locations over there. Sweep. Sweep. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Suffocating. Where are you? Okay, you're fine. You're gonna catch your breath. Starvation. You have heat stroke. You're starving. Not really starving. You're just catching your breath, and then you're gonna go eat, presumably. I think we're fine. This is all priority 8. Turner is now suffocating. No, you're just running back to here. Yeah, we do kind of have them running a decent ways. Have any of them been dropping polluted dirt over here? I guess it doesn't really matter too much. We kind of want to set up the ceiling here. Base, tile. What do we have over here? Sandstone, sandstone. Tile, sandstone. Let's finish up this ceiling right here. Priority 8, the ceiling. Just so we have less oxygen escaping out to these areas here. Right, we have these little pockets of oxygen that we're creating. We don't really want to do that. We want all the oxygen to be closer to like this level. We definitely don't want it going up here. This one's a little bit less important, but this one's really important. Because we want all the oxygen we end up making over here to go. You know what, let's set this. We're not going to do that in time though. They catch their breath at the oxygen station. Sure. Heat stroke is pretty bad for our builders. Set this one down to priority 8. This one is still priority 9. Yeah, get them working on this one. You can also just dig out some of this slime. I don't know. We just want to be efficient with our duplicate labor, and them having to catch their oxygen. We still have not built this. This is really unreachable. You can't get to here. You're kidding me, right? Okay, well, base, ladder, granite. Granite's fine. Set up a little bit of scaffolding here. This is priority 9. I guess they need to stand here to get to see this. Sure, whatever you gotta do. Because we're just going to be digging out across here afterwards, so we're going to have room for them to stand on afterwards, I think. Let's work on that a little bit. I want this built. That way I can start pumping out this water before it waterlogs my petroleum generators. Don't want that to become a problem. Sweep up this as well. Okay. Maybe we double layer. I don't know. We definitely need a single layer on top here to make a steam turbine work. But I think, I don't know, I think it's gonna be fine. Because we're gonna pump water in there first, right? So the temperature is not gonna get that crazy. Ideally it's just gonna cap out at, yeah, okay, you need to stand there, that's fine, whatever. Start building this, and then we'll just give an order to dig out this. And we'll work our way across here. I think we're going to be fine, because we're going to pump the water in here first. That's why we're working on this system to begin with. And I think they can be here and dig out this, ideally. We also can go ahead and say base, insulated tile, igneous rock. Let's do this one as well. Already ate this, and then we can build out this last corner if we like, just to make it all neat. This is Oasis A 776646218, and then OT1 is just, I guess, the custom settings, max difficulty on everything. I don't know if that changes the, I don't know if the difficulty settings change the map generation at all, but maybe they do. They changed the way map generation works, so I can't be sure of anything now. Priority 8 this, and we're just going to slowly work our way across over here. We have carbon dioxide and oxygen in here. Alright, well once we open up this, hopefully the oxygen will kind of flow out, and then we'll be fine. This is getting The water levels are rising. They're getting dangerously high. Growth halted body temperature. Have we hit the limit of what this is able to provide? Because the temperature of the water has gone up far enough. We've also been draining a lot of it out to these areas. Yeah. Do we have access to any other easy cooling? Not really. Not really. Okay, let's also just say deconstruct, deconstruct, deconstruct. Priority 9 on all of this construction. We'll expand out our bathroom, hook up the everything else that we need. This should be priority 9. This should be priority 9. Battery recharge threshold can be a little bit lower though. And we have this power hooked up. Okay. Plumbing, we then need to say liquid pipe. Igneous rock is fine. Connect up this. Priority 8 on this as well. Just expand out our bathrooms another layer. Get another line of them up and going. Okay. Copy settings. Boom. And let's also go ahead and make these priority 8. Make this one priority 7. I don't really care about having both of them up. We've also just dropped enough polluted dirt on the ground in these various places that it's also kind of helping. So we finished up the ceiling, and now hopefully there should be a little bit of oxygen up here to catch their breath at. And then maybe we get another little pocket over here. Not that it really matters, because we've almost finished up all this. Okay. We do have access to a fungal spore now. Perfect. Let's plant this bad boy. Fungal spore plant. High priority. Get that over there. We need to dig out a little bit more slime as well. I think we can lower these. Lower the priority of these. Especially since I don't really want to add more polluted water to the system right now. And we want a little bit of slime to start feeding our mushrooms. But we'll dig out some slime. Dig out some slimy slime. Got a lot to work with over here. Yeah. Dig out a little bit more over here. So we can feed our mushroom. Suffocating, starvation, what? And then the message went away. In fact, we don't need to dig out this clay. Alright, we could just leave this here and then... Yeah, I don't know why we're building this ladder quite yet. Cancel this. Save the labor. We have enough to get out the fungal spore. Let's... I don't really want to create a massive slime lung problem, but we don't have a good way of reaching over here, do we? To maybe free up this oxygen? Because this is a pretty good high pressure oxygen area. We could dig down here, though. That would work. There's nothing along the way, and then we have all this oxygen to float up. Just to make it easier to work in these areas. Because even after we're done building this, we're going to need a little bit of oxygen in this area. So they can operate this oil refinery. I think is the plan. Also, what do we have in terms of coal lying around here? We're going to need to throw something in this coal generator, right? I mean, this is running right now without even having anything to go. This temperature is fine. Let's try digging out just right down here. I don't know, maybe we do actually set up this ladder. Never mind. I changed my mind. Do dig out this ladder. Sedimentary rock, I guess is what we'll use. Base ladder. Sedimentary rock. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there's slime there though. Scratch it, change my mind. Instead, right here. Yeah, right across here. We'll leave this water right here because it'll off-gas and also help us a little bit. The more surface area we have on that will provide just a little bit more oxygen to our workers. But let's just sedimentary rock our way down here and dig out like this. And then let's go ahead and say priority 8 on this. Okay. Just to improve oxygen just a little bit more. Oh, and do we care about puffs? If there's another puffed around the place, I'm willing to just kill this one. Screw it, I don't even care about puffs. I don't ever plan on ranching puffs. Kill this guy. Get this guy out of here. I don't want him breathing up any of my stuff. Okay. This needs to be dug out now. Priority 8. Oh, and we need to get this done. Plumbing, lavatory, aluminum. We cannot build here because of why? Do I have something in the wrong? Oh, this liquid bridge is here. Yeah. Deconstruct this. Priority 8. Plumbing, lavatory. Yeah, so we set up lavatory right here. Aluminum ore, boom. And then we set up a couple of sinks. Aluminum ore is good as well. Boom, boom. Yeah, we need to get rid of this one. And then we're going to say plumbing, liquid pipe. This is all igneous rock across here, right? Okay, plumbing, liquid pipe, igneous rock. Connect up this so this flows, and does this connect up as well? It does. Perfect. And then we're going to say that we want... Oh, we need to deconstruct this liquid pipe as well, because we're going to need to rebuild this to do the connection. But then plumbing, liquid pipe, igneous rock, connect, 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 and then liquid bridge, igneous rock. Oh, yeah, we also need to get rid of this liquid bridge, deconstruct priority. Oh, but this is how we're prioritizing to get to this line. Yeah. Need to set this up a little bit differently, don't we? We'll need to rearrange this line just a little bit. Because now we're setting up the priority elsewhere. I mean, I guess actually this still works, right? It's just we don't have room for the sink. Like, we can still have the priority. We can still have the siphon where we have the siphon. We just don't have the room for the other liquid bridge as a result. I mean, I guess because of the way things are set up, we could actually not even bridge across here, right? This will just be the priority line. Yeah. There's no reason not to do that. Okay. Plumbing. Cancel this. Yeah, we can just do this. Because this actually, like, the reason we don't have these bridges here across these is because they're only 2 wide, right? Otherwise, we could have bridges across all this and it would just be fine. Because we have a 3 wide space here, basically, and the bridges, of course, are 3 wide, we can just do this. Hook up this, right? And then the system works exactly the same. Okay, yeah, this actually works fine. We're siphoning off polluted water, not clean water, so having the siphon here in the middle of the system still just works perfectly well. Well, does it? Because this all backs up then? It doesn't work, does it? We'll have clogging as a result. Because we'll need to set up another siphon, basically. Yeah, we still need to set up another siphon. This bridge is fine. We can leave this bridge. We just need to change the siphon location. Because otherwise this line fills up, and then these don't have anywhere to go. I mean, that's not hard to change, though. Right? We end up just saying that we siphon off... how do we want to do this? I basically want to build our siphon right here, right? And we can replace this with a ranching station if we care to, and start ranching some of these pips and grow our pip population for free. But we need to change this. So we want to expand out. I should have thought of this earlier. Igneous rock. We just want to expand out. Even just one is enough. Like so. Right. And deconstruct all priority 8 right here. Right. Priority 8 these. And we'll build our liquid reservoir over here. And this is a matter of setting up the siphon. I mean, I guess we just set it up right here. Yeah, I mean, this will look a little bit funky, but it'll be... I mean, it's going to look really funky, actually. Because we can't rotate a liquid reservoir, so we still have the input right here, but we only have the 2 spaces to work with. If I don't know, it'll look a little bit funky, but it'll be fine. The pipe is going to have to come down. It's going to look real funky. Let's do this. Cancel that deconstruct. Deconstruct this, just so we can disconnect this line. And then we will say... plumbing... Or do we deconstruct here, actually? Yeah, this is going to look like a real bunch of spaghetti because we can't rotate this and because we're kind of blocked in over here. Cancel that. I want to deconstruct this still. Priority 9. We're going to say plumbing, liquid bridge, igneous rock. We're going to bridge back onto this line here. Right? So this is going to be how we set up the priority. Liquid pipe, igneous rock. Oh, I'm not setting it up here, though. I'm setting it up right here. That actually works better for us. Yeah, because now I can bridge across like this. And we'll have a bridge here. Liquid bridge, igneous rock, boom. Liquid pipe, igneous rock, connect up this. And then we just want to build across here. Yeah, and then we'll connect up this. So we're deconstructing this just to disconnect the rest of this line. And then we're going to build out this. Makes perfect sense. Construction, priority 8, all this. It's a little spaghetti. It's... Well, it's mainly just because we have this weirdness that we have all these trees right here, and then we have to move our siphon point from where it was over here. But we'll let this draw down. Yeah, we'll just let this draw down. Because we're not going to have anything siphoning off of this. And then we will just deconstruct this, and we'll build a ranching station here. And branch some of these pips in here. And get our pip population up. We just need to extend this out a little bit so we have the room. Because otherwise we block these branches. Okay. Looks more complicated than it actually is. But if we leave the siphon here, we block the output of all those lines. Plumbing, liquid pipe, igneous rock. Now we connect up across here, right? Priority 8, this. Let's also go ahead and say priority 8 on this. Wait, am I deconstruct? We don't need to deconstruct that. We just want to deconstruct this pipe here. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because we're not going to be siphoning off anyways. But let's not deconstruct this liquid bridge, because it's perfectly fine. And instead, we're going to say plumbing, liquid bridge. This will go right here. Liquid pipe, igneous rock, connect up here. And then lavatory, aluminum ore, boom. Alright, that works just fine. Priority 8 this. Cancel this deconstruct. Just want to cancel it. I changed the priority. I don't care about the priority. I don't want to do it. The priority is 0. Let's not do this. Okay. Now we're set. Right? Oh, but we got a little bit of... Yeah, because this bridge was... How did we get polluted water in here? How did I get polluted water in my line? This is the input. This connects. This connects. I think one of the liquid bridges that we left here sent polluted water down this way. We'll need to get rid of this. Yeah, we'll need to get rid of this. Go ahead and deconstruct this pipe. Priority 8. It's a little embarrassing. Deconstruct priority 8. Deconstruct priority 8. Wait, is there any... Here, this is water. Okay, so this is all clean water through here. Yeah, we left a bridge up and accidentally bridged over our line, I think. Alright, sorting out our bathrooms. Fun times. Okay, so this is pumping now. We have a good amount of oil that's coming up here. We've dropped this polluted dirt down here. That's fine with me. We don't really have much oxygen to work with, but we'll free up this, and that'll help a little bit. And we will set this to be priority 8. Something like this. Start getting some... yeah, this area is fairly cool. We can dump a lot of heat into this area just fine. Let's start getting some petroleum made. Okay. The polluted water moved on faster than expected. So I didn't deconstruct the right pipes. Igneous rock. Connect this back up. Priority 8. We'll catch it eventually. It'll reach the end here and we'll just close it off. And then mop. Priority 8. All of this, please. Get this out of here. The water that falls down here is fine. It's just entering this little reservoir right here. We have been able to scout out over here now. Do we see anything more? Not really. Yeah, so it looks like the heat leak is definitely from the bottom here. And it's probably from this side. And it's definitely a heat leak. This is just way too hot. So we want to say base, insulated tile, igneous rock. Finish up across here. And I guess it also means we want to dig out across here. These temperatures are fine. Set this to be priority 8, because all this oxalate that was here is now gone. This can be priority 8 as well. Okay, so these temperatures are reasonable. Not great, but reasonable. Right? This is fine. And we're just going to lock in the rest of this. With a little bit of hot stuff on this side, but not too hot. Priority 8 this, priority... How much time do we have on this one? We still probably have a while before this thing really gets dangerous. Let's say priority... I don't know. Priority 6 this. Not hugely important. We might have to bump up the priority later. Okay, now we are getting some petroleum in here. That's great. This area is going to heat up, but we'll live with it. How are we doing bathroom-wise? These are now closed. We want to get these pipes back up. Priority 9, these pipes. Get these supplied again. At least get one of them supplied again. Right. Water now flows. Gets to here. They can go to the bathroom. And contents, polluted water, polluted water. So this is slowly going to get used up. Let's also go ahead and flush out the rest of this line, I guess. Plumbing, liquid bridge. Just do like this. Just to flush out the... Priority 8 this. Just to flush out the last of the polluted water from the system. This now is going the correct way. We want to say plumbing, not plumbing base, liquid reservoir, aluminum right here, plumbing, liquid pipe, igneous rock right here. And then we're back in business, right? Priority 8 this. And then this system will drain out into here as well. And eventually will dry out. You are growth halted irrigation. Sure. Because we added this extra thing over here, which makes things confused. Yeah, doesn't want to go out here because there's now this thing right here. That's fine. Once we get this done. I do not want you running out this way, though. I do not like that at all. Deconstruct this. Priority 9. Y'all got germs and stuff on you. I don't want that. Or you could have germs on you. Yeah, deconstruct this. That way they can't get around going past the sinks. These sinks can be now right only. Have we done it? Have we finally gotten the system up and running? Okay. We can now deconstruct this. Priority 8. And we'll deconstruct these last 2 bits right here. You know what? Before we do that, let's just deconstruct those 2 bits first. Deconstruct this. Priority 8. Deconstruct this. Priority 8. And we'll just get rid of the polluted water. Mop up tasks. Any others? I think we're good. What temperature is this water? 32. We could also start considering getting a little bit of cooling over here just by building a tile right here before this polluted water falls down. Growth halted body temperature. We're not going to get much out of that. But maybe just a little bit. Because this is already at 38 degrees. We're going to need like a different cooling system for these farms, for these tree farms here. Like siphoning off from this line to over here. Yeah, maybe we just build a siphon somewhere over here. Siphon off some colder water to reinforce this loop. We'll let this one run dry first, though, and get all these oxyferns. And then we'll add water from this line. Growth, halted, trunk health, irrigation, irrigation. Sure. Once this gets built, you'll be fine. Okay. Back to plastics. Right. Plastics are the future. Yeah, I don't want you either. Get out of here. I can't change the priorities on the attacking, but my dedicated diggers are also dedicated attackers. In fact, where are my... Yeah, let's up this. You guys are soldiers now. Get me my scalps. Okay. We have 275 kilograms of petroleum. We're going to need at least, what is it, 400 kilograms? Refinement, polymer press. No. We might actually be there in terms of getting enough for our first steam turbine. So I think we definitely want to start considering the Polymer Press situation. Let's then consider the Polymer Press situation. We want to basically have them kind of submerged in water. That way the heat transfer is good. This might be a little bit too much water, though, is the issue. We could just have like a pair of Polymer Presses right here, though. The issue is getting dupes over without giving them soggy feed all the time, which is not something I'm super excited about. Also, please, why have we not planted our mushroom yet? And also, if we could, just uproot all this garbage. I don't need any of this stuff here. In fact, if I just give a dig order across here, that'll do it. Get rid of all that. Yeah, they have not been able to grab this yet. Let's increase this priority higher. Because the sooner we get that mushroom going, the sooner we can get that 10% seed chance to expand out our mushroom farms, is the plan. Pip escaped? Pip did escape. Yeah, wrangle this dude up. Get them out of there. And I guess also one of the things I want to work on is just deconstructing most of this. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. Priority 8. Priority 8. Because we have, what, 21 beds? Let's get a few more beds. Everyone should have a bed. No reason not to. And then this will be our 27th, right? More beds for everybody. Also, why are you here? You're confined. You don't get rid of you. You're too close to my beds. I warned you. And now you face the consequences. This isn't really where I want to set up barracks, but anywhere where we can is fine for now. Oh, and you know what? This is priority 9 work. I also kind of want to expand our mess hall slash great hall slash everything's hunky-dory hall. You guys finally building this? What's going on here? We don't have enough in this loop, though, so we won't start getting irrigation in for a while for these trees. We need to divert some of this polluted water over to here as well. This needs to be dug out as well. I completely forgot about this. We need to keep making progress here. Keep on digging out to at least here, right? So we can get this ladder done and finish up this. I think we need the ladder here to be able to dig out this tile. What are we at? 254 kilograms? I don't know what the point is where they waterlog. I've seen them waterlogged with like nothing on them, because the game is a little bit iffy on when they become submerged. Okay, but we have the petroleum to work. What is our plastics operation going to look like? I mean, it's going to start with power wire at some point. We'll basically want to turn off this once we get our plastics operation going. Yeah, I want them in this water for the heat transfer purposes, but I don't want dupes running in the water. We could dig out a little bit further down. I mean, ideally, we could dig out like 3 down. Use this as... How do they get the plastic, though, is the question then. We could say base, ladder, sandstone, ladder down like this. Dig out here. We could then also dig this out a little bit further, like so, just to let the water spread out a little bit further. I don't know, we might be fine with this amount of water. I'll have to see. But then we'll say power, wire, aluminum ore. Let's actually copper. Copper like this, and then we'll just have like, I mean, we could have 1, 2, 3, and have room for a fourth. Something like this. And then we'll connect up this wire later. Priority 8, all of this. Yeah. This, in fact, maybe needs to be higher priority. Fuel request threshold. I want this at like 80%. Smart battery settings. High threshold 90, low threshold 10. Set this down a little bit lower. Okay. We have some oxygen coming up through here. I think we're going to explore the rest of this by digging out this way and not down here. So let me not worry about, well, I also kind of want to go through here to get more mushroom seeds, more fungal spores. We know there's another one right here. We have, where are buried objects around here? Let me just highlight them so I know roughly where they're at. It's not a lot of them. This also probably has potential for dust cap spores. Those aren't really in convenient locations. Because I kind of want to explore it a little bit more. Maybe try and find another geyser or something. We found very few geysers so far. This looks like it's just going to be another copper biome, which is not going to be super useful. And then I don't think we can go lower than that. I think the saltwater biome is going to cover too much. Right, it's just hot, 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 hot. All hot. Super hot. Oh yeah, this is not... Yeah. It's not even close to sealed. Okay, well, I think either way, yeah, I think we're not going to go with more dust cap fungal spores. I think we're going to focus on the rest of this now. And we'll just kind of have our mushrooms grow at the rate that they grow and live with that. I don't know. I think we're fine on that end. I kind of want to jumpstart it a little bit more, but we'll leave it as is. Let's maybe also sweep order. Is there any more? Cancel that. The polluted dirt's kind of hiding, isn't it? Which is weird. Bit of a graphical glitch. Okay, so we want to fill up this. We want to get our plastics operation up and going. I think we do this, and then we say refinement, polymer press. Copper is still something we have a lot of around here, right? Yeah. Good amount of copper in the area. Yes, no? Is that it? 5 kilograms here. 425 kilograms here. Aluminum might actually be closer. I also kind of want to use aluminum just because of the heat transfer properties. Let's do aluminum. Although, wait. Well, gold amalgam is not... Gold amalgam probably isn't even an improvement. The temperature's going to be fine. Let's just use aluminum. Refinement, polymer press, aluminum. We're going to basically say boom, 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 like so. And then plumbing-wise, liquid pipe. I guess insulated liquid pipe is better here. We're just going to ignore this heat as much as we can. We are going to run this down... I want to run it down here in case we set up a fourth polymer press. And I also want to do this. Hop over each of these. So this one goes into here, and then we go into here, and then we go into here, and we say liquid bridge, igneous rock, boom, boom. I think that's fine. Okay, so we start setting up some polymer presses. Let's not dig out this then for the moment. Well, I think we'll see if they get waterlogged, and if not, we'll start digging out more, but we'll leave it as is right now. And let's then also go ahead and say base, tile, sandstone, boom, and priority 8, all of this. Right? Start getting some plastic generated. Oh, power-wise though, yeah, okay, this is not connected up yet. We'll hook this up once once we're ready to shut off this. So plastic system, good to go. How are we doing on our ranches over here? They are starting to get to the point where they might get crowded. 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2. We want to turn on auto wrangle surplus for all these as well. Copy settings, boom, boom, boom. I want to start considering expanding out our ranching even more. Yeah, I think we want to start thinking about ranching even more, because then we can start focusing on these incubators as well. So let's go ahead and say base, tile, sandstone. We'll stick with sandstone. Actually, we kind of want to dig out this first. Say priority 7, the rest of this. Right. Get this all dug out, and then we can replace this with tile, have all the debris fall down to the bottom. We haven't done any of this exploration work yet. Or this wall. How bad is this getting? 65, 70... Okay, this is still fine. We have time. We got this one done. Right? So all this 86-degree stuff is trapped behind there now. And we have time on this one. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. After that, we want to start thinking about our steel operation. Oh, what's this priority? Priority 8. Let's also start getting this done. We're going to want this done sooner rather than later. And we will start digging out this as well, so that we can finish up the rest of this. Okay. Yeah, grab the dirt, haul it over. Wait, how much dirt was that? Was that... Okay, this is kilograms. I thought she picked up 1 kilogram, basically. She picked up a ton of dirt. She's strong. She can carry 1 ton of dirt. She dropped it. That's fine. We'll still tell him to sweep it up into there. Get the oxygen down a little bit lower. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay. We now need to consider digging out a little bit more slime and algae. What do we have nearby? Not much here. We can't really touch the big slime mold to our southwest. Maybe a little bit right here is in order. Let's go and priority 8 this, so we can start working on this stuff. Yeah, we'll just give an order to dig out this as well. More slime, more algae. Get the slime to our mushrooms. Yeah, alright, so plastics operation. We'll see if they're submerged here, if this is enough to prevent them from operating. If not, we'll stick with this, right? And we'll be good to go. Actually, we might not even need this ladder. They might be able to do everything from up here. Let's say priority 7 on this ladder. Well... priority 8 this one, I get. Does it really matter? Cancel this. Yeah, just cancel this. Cancel all this. We'll try it like it is right now. And see if that's good enough. that works, we'll be fine. Poke shells. Let me do one last sweep to see if we can find any geysers that I haven't seen. Let's try the materials view. Organic? No, cultivatable soil. I'm looking for like a random yellow dot next to some. Maybe we missed it. Like we're looking for blank and then a dot of dirt. I don't think we missed anything, right? Because they always have this little bit of dirt right here. Yeah, I think we've seen all of them. Okay, no more geysers. That's fine. I can live with that. I still really want steel up sooner. Oh yeah, Slime Lung Bomb is doing great. Still oscillating between 750 million and 1.5 billion germs. I'm still not entirely sure why. The massive Slime Lung Bomb. We're gonna hold off on cooking until I think we have a larger meat operation. Though maybe we should start thinking about our grill. I kind of want to get a cooling system up and going though, before we really go into that. Because like even just the heat that we're generating from these oxygen diffusers / our research area is starting to threaten our farms a little bit. Growth halted irrigation. This is all set up now here, right? But this still needs to back itself up. We are still going through here. I kind of don't want to have irrigation off on these, but we'll live. Did we wrangle up that last pip? Is he in here? No? Yes? I only see 2 pips in here. One of them did escape. And we built him into the wall. Okay. Wrangle this guy up. Get him in here. Once this thing drains out, we will replace it with a station, a ranching station, and ranch ourselves some pips, just for a little bit of extra meat. I think is the plan. Slickster is off over here. Really? The Slickster was able to go all the way down here? What? I guess huh. Okay. Well, we're gonna have some oil in this polluted water, I guess. Which I don't want because it... Actually, I don't... We definitely want the polluted water on top, just so it off-gasses. We can always do some filtration later. Oh, and of course we need ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock, gas vents. We can do copper for these. Boom. Boom, boom. Something like this. I mean, maybe this is just inefficient. I could do gas pipe instead. Now this is fine. Gas pipe. Set up our CO2 outlets over here. Priority 8, all this. These are reachable, right? Yeah, they can reach them from the ladders or from down here. Both work. They'll need to walk down here through the water to get the rest of this, but... Okay. Plastics operation. Plastics operation, once that's done, we can start getting our steel industry up and going. We need to dig out right here now. Priority 8. We have finished up this. We have finished up the rest of this. We are going to then say plumbing. We will liquid bridge across here just so it's easier to deconstruct later. But we're going to liquid bridge igneous rock, and then we're going to say insulated liquid pipe igneous rock. Because this ultimately is going to be the line that feeds back water from the steam turbine into this, I think. If not, then we'll cannibalize some other line. But let's just do a bridge right now, just so that we have this flowing. Plumbing. Yeah, because I'm still very worried about this getting clogged. Igneous rock right here. Priority 8, this liquid bridge. Let's start dumping polluted water into here. And then we can dig out the rest of this pretty soon. We just need to dig out this layer right over here to uncover the ladder, then we can uncover the copper volcano after we've dumped a bunch of the water from this system into there. Okay, we have a good amount of petroleum. I think we're ready to turn this off. Yeah, let's just disable this building. I think we've got enough petroleum in here. We're going to turn that all into plastic. We'll kick this back up once we're done with processing that batch. But for now, we're good the way things are. What are our oxygen levels at? I think we want to... We need to shut off a couple of these carbon skimmers. Just to get the CO2 levels back up over to these oxyferns, I think. Growth halted body temperature. Oh, this is already up to 40 degrees. This is kind of what I mean by issues. How about you? What are you at? 36.7 and you're at 32? Okay, let's go ahead and uproot this. Uproot this. Yeah, because I guess all the CO2 that's coming out of here is going to be fairly hot. Let's replace this line right here. Well, let's not replace anything, actually. Let's just say base, insulated tile, igneous rock. Set up a line right here. Just to try and keep some of the heat down here. And we'll move this mushroom up. Yeah, because this is already a little bit too hot. You'll move this mushroom up, plop it down here, should be fine. We have little bits of oxygen floating up from down here, which are kind of making things bad, but not really. I think we're fine. Okay. This is basically shut off, so we have a bunch of CO2 sitting around here. That's fine. They can just catch their breath climbing up the ladder here. Yeah, and let's priority 8 this. Dig out some more algae to keep our oxygen going. Not that we're deathly in need of it, but sooner rather than later is good. This is being dug out. Okay, is there anything we can see? I think we're good. Okay. Yeah. This wants to get built now, and then we can dig out the last bit that we need to. Yeah, running through this water is really slow. It's a little bit of an issue. But we have all the work done here, so we don't even really care too much about the oxygen levels over here anymore. The slickster shouldn't be here. How did he get from... He went all the way down here? Down into here? I don't actually know... Oh, yeah. He can basically just fly. Okay. Because that is... I don't know if ladders matter, but that's a 4 high drop, right? Okay, so now we're dumping our polluted water into here. So this should start lowering, right? We'll be good to go there. Are you actually starving? No, you're fine. Priority 7, this construction for now. New dupes. What do we got? Not taking anemic, not taking slow learners, so I guess it's nails. I mean, nails is pretty good too. Athletics, science, strength. It's got all the stuff I want. Yeah, nails is great. Taking nails. Skills. What are we doing with nails here? I guess we put them in advanced research. You are a farmer, but also a critter rancher. We want critter ranchers if we can. You are all over the place. Let's give you advanced research, improve your learning. I could give you field research. Sure. Ada. Could improve your digging. Sure, why not? Lindsay. I don't know what we're doing with you. Hassan is our dedicated critter rancher, and there's not much else he really needs to learn. At all? Pretty much at all. He's just going to be ranching full-time. Yeah. Let's go to priorities. Anybody who has any ranching skill should have ranching as a priority now. Yeah, you need to have ranching as a priority. Anybody that I've given the ability to ranch should be ranching. In fact, we could just set the default for all these guys to say all of them should be ranching. Because the only ones who'll be able to do it anyways. Yeah, if you have any ranching skill, get to ranching. We want to start expanding out our ranches. Okay. We're filling up this. This is going to take a little while. Let's dig out the rest of this, though. Just like this. Party 8, all of this. They should be able to build the ladder then. We'll still need to wait a while for this. Well, we can dig out this right now. Priority 8 on that. Start trying to push out all the gases that aren't carbon dioxide. I think that carbon dioxide pressure is high enough at this point that if we close this in with that carbon dioxide pressure, we won't have polluted oxygen off-gassing, and then we will be able to have only one gas trapped in the system, which means we'll be able to have better efficiency when we set up our steam turbine here. We're not going to set up that steam turbine for a while, though. We're going to go for the steel industry first. Because we need to get our... Yeah, see, this is building flooded. We need to dig out some here. Base, ladder, sandstone. Let's do this part first, because we might as well. Priority 8 on this. This is turned off. These are all 240 watts apiece, right? Yeah, these are all 240 watts apiece, so we'll be fine on this end. This pump will not be running as long as this is turned off. Great. Plumbing. We've almost finished up the piping here. The power is all hooked up. In fact, it's hooked up a little bit further than it needs to be. We'll just leave that for now. I don't want this Slickster. I want to move this Slickster somewhere. I want to leave him in an area where he's warmer. I don't want his body temperature going down. Yeah, it's already gone down by quite a bit. Because if he lays a long hair larva egg, we're kind of in trouble. This is our only Slickster. We want to stick him somewhere hot. I kind of want to stick him down here, actually. Right, this is like the better spot to toss him. Next to this leaky oil fissure. Okay, let's rescue this Slickster. Put him in a location that's a little bit hotter. It needs to be 60 degrees, right? Yeah, it needs to be above 60 degrees so that we can keep this larva egg. Like, I thought he was going to hang out over here, but he hopped down here, and that's problematic for us. And then we need to enclose this as a room. So we're going to say... I don't even know what's nearby. What is nearby here? Sedimentary rock, sedimentary rock. Base, tile, sedimentary rock. We'll close off here. And then we will... There's no anything else in here, right? Okay. Close off there, close off there. Pneumatic door. We have some copper here, right? We have some copper. We'll just do copper. Actually, we could make this out of gold amalgam. That'd be... Well, let's save the gold amalgam. Pneumatic door right here. And then food, critter drop-off, copper ore. Set this up right here. Priority 8, all of this. So I want to do this, that way we can wrangle up this Slickster. And we are going to wrangle the Slickster to, I think right here is the place we want to plop him down. So let's go ahead and say, yeah, let's just dig out this. Yeah, all this should be priority 8, and then food, critter drop off. I don't know, what works over here? Do we have copper? Doesn't look like it. Copper ore, aluminum ore. Aluminum's fine. Base, base food. Critter drop off. Aluminum right here, right? I think that works. I don't know if this needs to be enclosed as a room, actually. Let's dig out here, then, just because I don't remember the rules. And set this up right here. I think we'd be fine if we had it. Like, the destination doesn't need to be enclosed in a room, but just in case, this doesn't really require any extra labor. We'll just set it up right here. And then we should be able to transport the Slickster over to here, and then he'll be at a higher temperature, and we'll get actual Slicksters. Because again, if his first egg is a long-hair Slickster, we're kind of in trouble. We need to feed it oxygen, but hot oxygen, and like that becomes a whole mess once we've done that. Yeah, priority 8 this as well. Okay. This water level is falling nice and fast. Perfect. In fact, I think we're ready to bump all these down to priority 6. I don't really want them running. Plant our fungal spore here, priority 8. And then we'll try and create a little wall here to preserve more of our farming. We also need to consider expanding out our farms. That is also maybe something we want to work on. Oh, and also furniture, cot, igneous rock, set up another bed. Looks good to me. We need one more bed because we printed out another duplicate. I don't really want to move this ration box. Some of this is going a little bit stale. Yeah, I think we're fine. Could set up another barracks over here. Where else would we set up farms? I guess we'd set up farms right here. Yeah, we have these extra layers to put in more farms if we need to. I want to get to steel, though. I want to get our cooling system up and going. If anything, just to get this area back under 40 degrees. 40 degrees or lower. Because that solves a lot of problems. It means that these trees don't need cooling. It means that our petroleum generators aren't adding heat to our system. It's a lot of positive things. This is priority 7. These guys are groomed. 2 out of 2, 1 out of 2. We never wrangled up this guy. Did we lose track of him? What happened? I think sometimes when they burrow down, it creates problems when they unburrow, and it removes the designation. Okay, I think we're set there. Yeah, let's try and get this Slickster bagged. We've killed off the puffs. That's good. Oh, and how's this system working out? We have filled up this line, so now we should have polluted water going into here. Right, the next time they flush, it'll go into here and then should supply these trees, and these have irrigation. Okay, so that's all working. That's all working. We are back to keeping that stuff irrigated. Alright, so this carbon dioxide pressure is reasonably high. I think we go ahead and yeah, can we dig out this? We can. Okay. I think we start up this. I think we have enough water in here. We have enough thermal mass. We'll continue putting water in here just because we need to drain the system. But let's go ahead and uncover the copper volcano right now. We're going to uncover this copper volcano. And then we're going to remove this ladder, seal it back in. And we can finish up the rest of this anytime we want. Like once we're ready to go with a steam turbine. And then this will basically be like a thermal battery that we'll eventually get to. And eventually we'll use the refined metal from it as well. Like, I don't know, refined metal, copper is not that important. Like, we have a bunch of lead that's sitting around anyways. But, oh, I kind of want... I also need you to make up your mind about where you're going to be sitting around. But let's seal this in. Then we'll set the maximum Yeah, okay. Could you change this door to open? Like, once you're done building this, can you toggle this door? Nisbet? You're a dedicated builder, aren't you? Okay. Well, the Slickster's on the wrong side of this, so I want to open up this door and then close this door with the Slickster on this side. Ideally. He's mocking me. You escaped this time. Auto wrangle surplus. Max 0. Priority 8. Yeah. We'll get you next time. We will get you next time. I think once we open up this door, once this guy comes in here, we'll bag him, right? I don't know if he'll cross the door now that I have this critter drop off here, though. Interestingly enough. I'll actually have to see that if that works that way. Growth halted irrigation. Really? We should have a steady stream going to these guys now, because now this line is all backed up the way we want it to be. There is no water left in the system. This is all at 38 degrees. 38, 38, 38, 38, 38. And this is halted due to body temperature. Yeah, we're just not quite there. 40.1. 40.4. Ugh. What do we want to do with that? What do we want to do with that? Could set up an ice machine. Just to provide a little bit of localized cooling there. Right, build a little lip right here, set up an ice temp shift plate here, get the water in there. And then we should be fine. Also, we do need to kind of trim some of these arbitrary branches to get them to be correct. We also could consider just... I mean, I want to extend this system out. But this water, all this area is kind of a little bit too hot. We want to get our cooling system online, is what it really boils down to. We get our cooling system online, and then a lot of this becomes a lot better. Because we can just, once we have like a... I mean, we could just double up. How much ethanol do we have? Not enough. Like, this system is just the bare minimum for ethanol, I think. Because we see the top becomes uncovered every once in a while, so we're losing efficiency in the system. We could complete our plan to set up a second one of these, because I think we're a ways away from having our steel industry set up. But once we have the steel industry set up... Okay, this still needs less water here. Let's try digging out... I guess over here. I could also just set up a pump. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Pump out a lot of this water. Put it somewhere. I don't know what we want to do with it yet, but we have the power set up for this. Plumbing. Liquid pump. Maybe we can just set this up right here. And then just basically build tile here, set up our liquid reservoir. I want to get our plastic. I want to start building our steel industry. Oh, there's also a big thing of slime here that I kind of want to reach as well. Yeah, I kind of want to reach this slime while we're at it. Because why not, right? Also, we need to deconstruct this. And deconstruct this priority 8, replace it. Or actually, we don't even need to deconstruct these days. I keep forgetting. We have this very convenient just build over ladder. Thank you, Clay. Priority 8 that. I want to get to this slime. I want to uncover these from being flooded. I want to have a little bit of water here, but not this much, because this is enough to flood them, apparently. But I don't know. I mean, we could, if we just... How wide is this? 12 tiles wide. It might not actually take that much digging to uncover this, or to stop this from being flooded. Because these weren't flooded, and they got up to around like 300, right? I mean, I don't remember exactly what the limit is, but it's somewhere close to there, one presumes. I don't want to make it to this slime at the same time. I mean, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, actually. Ladder, sandstone's fine. Let's start laddering our way down here. I guess we don't need to build this one. Base, ladder, sandstone. Let's dig our way down here. And then dig out across here. I guess just all the way across here, like so. And then we can dig out this. And then we can leave this here for now. We can't quite get all this. Something like this, right? Priority 8 this. And then what we can do is we can just dig out this sand right here and let this water flow out, and that'll leave a little bit of water right here just to improve the conductivity. And then we just drain it all out, basically. And it just ends up down here, I guess. It'll be hot, but we can set up a pump here whenever we want to collect it. I don't know what I want to do with a pocket of water just all the way out there. It's not super useful. Okay. There's a little bit of polluted oxygen trapped in here because the carbon dioxide pressure didn't really stay as high as we would have liked. I'll live with that. So we have 2 gases in here, though. Yeah, that's fine. Again, the limiting factor is going to be the heat, not the gases blocking the outlets or the inlets. All right, so we are setting up a little bit of this. Let's start moving. Yeah, let's focus on the ranches. Let's get the rest of this ranching up. Something like this. And priority... I guess this one could just stay open. Right? Just leave this one open because this is where we enter in here. And... let's... yeah, we'll still leave this. Yeah, that's fine. Just dig out this. Dig out this. Get more ranches going. We need to pipe polluted water up to here, though, and that's going to start creating some heat issues for our farms. I also kind of want to move our bedrooms to somewhere a little bit better. Because this is prime farming real estate as well that we could be using. Likewise, this is probably pretty good for us. And this area is all right here, just ready to go. Priority 8, this. We'll set up another barracks right over here. Pneumatic door. Right here. Also want to clear out this area, I think. This is all ready for farms as well. And my cat is very upset for some reason. Oh, she's brought in her toy. She wants to play. Soon, don't worry. I'm going to wrap up the stream soon. Let's set up another layer of farms right here, and then we can set up another layer of farms. I guess right here we'll just start getting rid of all this. We could extend the farms out further as well. Let's try that as well. Food, farm tile. I want to bank as much food as possible. It's not a super high priority. I'd rather make progress towards our other stuff, but this is all going to be priority 8. Yeah, more mealwood, please. What's the temperature like over here? Still a little bit too hot. Still just a little bit too hot. Is our dust cap growing? Okay, our dust cap is growing fine. This will need to replace at some point with something else. But we're getting that all settled. Yeah, we need cooling. We need steel. I don't know, maybe it's greedy to be trying to do this, right? Because we could instead... Oh, priority 8 this as well. Like, we could just double up on our existing cooling system. And that would get kind of a handle on things. It's a lot of ethanol. We need a good 3 tons at least in the system. Otherwise we lose a lot of the efficiency. Like, maybe we even want to just top up the system here, right? We could still just do a little hookup right here, put a little bit more ethanol into here. Because every time this uncovers, we're losing efficiency. It's not often that's being uncovered, but it's enough that it worries me. Alright, we're digging down here. We're going to get more slime, get more algae. We have wrangled up this slickster. Perfect. We have trussed him up, and we are ready to toss him down here. Critters, slicksters, priority 8. Yeah, toss this guy down here. And I think we'll be good. I don't think he can climb all the way up here. Hopefully. I don't think slicksters can just fly. But apparently they can double jump. They've got some Super Mario Brothers in them. Yeah. Get out here. Get this slime. We'll process a little bit more slime, I guess. We'll set a couple of these to priority 7, I think. Briar seed, Mirthleaf seed, that's fine. What happened here? Awaiting repair, aluminum ore. Oh, because I guess we sent polluted water into it? Yeah, that's probably what happened. What do we have in here? This is all still just water, right? This all functions. Is this connected up? We never changed anything about this. Okay. Laboratory ready. These are fine. Okay. I'm panicking over nothing. Yeah. Yeah, improving the cooling system. Just... Because you're right, on the net our ethanol would go up because we'd have all those trees going. Like, we're a ways away from steel, I think. I mean, are we that far away from steel, though? Are we that far away from steel, is the question. We're far away from having a self-powering steel setup. Because we're going to have to heat up a thermal mass of something to make it work. But, alright, so this is all basically drained at this point. We're close to it. I think we're good on that front. We'll continue putting in some polluted water here. Well, no. Let's hold off on that. Let's deconstruct this liquid bridge. Priority 8. Leave this as it is right now. Let this heat up. If this gets to over 200 degrees, then we can just add more water into the system. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. If this gets over to 200 degrees, we'll add more water into the system. Let's close it off for now. Deconstruct that. And then I want to... Or actually... Where do I want to set up the steel? Because I want to start taking the polluted water from this line and running it to our... I guess it doesn't need to be polluted water. We want oil then for our coolant. Or petroleum. Let's turn this back on. Let's enable this building again. I already connected... Oh, I haven't connected up this power line yet. We'll leave this unconnected. We will... Yeah, we'll turn this oil refinery back on. We'll get a little bit more petroleum. And then we will maybe just set up the steel out over here. Is that a good idea? I'd actually kind of rather just use the insulated tile that we already have for this system, because I already have water here too to work with. I wouldn't need all of this, but I would want some of this. That prevents me from having to do some sort of pump system. And we would set up our metal refineries right here. Yeah. We'll have this be too high, right? We'll have this be 2 tiles high. That'll be a little bit better. We want it to be... Yeah, okay. Let's start working on the steel system. I don't know. I still want to have more cooling, though. But I feel like we're actually really close to the steel. And once we have the steel, we just start setting up like better cooling systems. Because part of the issue as well is that this is just straight up 1200 watts, right? This is just straight up a 1200 watt draw to get about 80,000 kilodtu of cooling. Whereas an actual cooling system of Aquatuner plus steam turbine is going to be closer to the area of like 500 watts, right? I mean, maybe a little bit higher, like 600 watts. And it's going to give, 7 times as much cooling, basically, for less power. It's right. It's going to be about half as much power and 7 times as much cooling. And the more we run, I don't know, we have to worry a little bit about our power budget. So, like, even though our trees are offline, right, and so we're not generating ethanol because of that, because we wouldn't have to put more ethanol into another ethanol boiler cooling system, and because the new cooling system would just be so much more power efficient, we wouldn't have this extra 1200 watt draw. I don't know. Also, where are our CO2 levels? We also might just need to turn off another one of these. Yeah, we need to get the CO2 levels up to these oxyferns. Because we just don't have... We definitely don't have enough coal from our ranches to support things. We're still at the stage where we're digging out coal from around the place. There's a decent amount of it, but it's not... I don't know, there's a lot here. We also need to start pounding up eggshell and fossil into lime. We want to get started on that sooner rather than later. Okay, I think we're gonna go for steel. We're gonna rush steel, and I want to have a... How many tiles do I have here? 22 plus 2. I guess we'll do a 10 wide system with 2 steam turbines potentially. We could do it 15 wide. We have... What is this? 11 tons, 12, 13, and then these are basically 5/6 full tiles. Right? Yeah, we could do 15 wide. Let's do 15 wide. And then we can have room for 3 steam turbines. So we want to dig out 15 like this, basically. Right across here, this will all drain out. It's not really a better way to do this, is there? I guess we could build tile here first. Okay, let's do that. Base, insulated tile. Yeah, insulated tile, igneous rock, because this is going to have to be insulated anyways. We're going to insulate this, or insulated tile this. We will dig a hole here after we've... Yeah, we'll dig out here. Okay, I'm figuring everything out. Igneous rock, ladder. Let's start working on our steel system here. So the idea is to have a self-powering refinery system, which will actually add power to our system, because we're kind of going to be short on power until we get a petroleum boiler, sour gas distiller online, which is going to be a while in the future. We want to dig out all this, right? And we'll dig out these 2 tiles later. But we're going to have insulated tile pretty much all across here, right? Base, insulated tile, igneous rock. We'll finish up this before we break open the hole here. We'll use this water as our thermal mass for the system. We will then also set up plumbing, liquid vent, aluminum's fine. Every 5 stops we're going to go boom, but we won't do that quite yet. Right, 5, and then 5, and then 5. Actually, we'll just do it all. We'll link it all together. We'll have a liquid bridge system through here, and just have it all dump into one liquid vent on the side, because we'll have our flow go up here, and then we'll say, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of these storage bins. Sure. Deconstruct all this. Deconstruct all this and uproot these bluff briars. And we're basically going to have metal refinery. Oh, I don't have metal refinery researched. Okay, let's get on that. Yeah, we definitely need that as well. Do I not have metal refinery researched? It is not done yet. Okay, it'll be done soonish, though. No research focus selected. Wait, what? Did I move you off? You're on smelt. Okay, smelt. What happened there? How did you get off of smelting? Okay, we'll finish up smelting. I don't know what bug happened there, but finish up smelting. We'll then set up a refinery. The refinery is basically going to be, you know, something like this size. Put input. Yeah, and then we'll have our loop of plumbing, radiant liquid pipe. We don't want to use lead, though, do we? Not really. Lead's not great because of the melting point. Yeah, because the whole point of getting petroleum as our coolant is that we can go up to 500 degrees on the rest of this. If we're using lead as our radiant liquid pipe, that's a little bit problematic. I don't know. So the steam will be 200 degrees. If our coolant gets up to 500 degrees... I don't want to refine up different metals, though. But basically we're going to have a loop going through here for our... out of lead. And we're going to be dumping our coolant from the metal refinery into here and generating steam with it, right? And we'll set up the system so that incoming output from the metal refinery will have priority in terms of joining the system, but then the coolant won't get forced out of here until new stuff is coming in, right? So that's how we're going to set up the priority system. And then it's going to heat up this water that we're going to just drain into here, and then we'll have steam turbines up on top here. So insulated tile across here, steam turbines here, right? And set up our metal refining like that. And then we'll just dig out basically across here for the rest of this. Yeah, we'll just have our floor right here. I kind of want to move petroleum all the way across over here now, though. Just going to heat up this area, but it's going to be okay. Plumbing, insulated liquid pipe. Also don't like the priority system that I made here now if we're doing that. I could set up... Yeah, that's fine. We're just going to need to dump a lot of petroleum over here. Liquid pipe, insulated liquid pipe, igneous rock. Let's just move up one like this, and then I think we'll just switch to liquid pipe, igneous rock. Save on labor a little bit. And run this up across here. At least to here for now. Yeah, okay. I like this. How How far away do I think we are from steel refining, though? We need to build all this. We need to dig out this. We need to set up insulated tile here. We have the plastic. That's fine. We can set up the steam turbines easily. That's fine. In fact, we don't even need to set them up right away. We want to run up this petroleum line. The plastic could wait. We get refining done in the research tree. I don't know why that bugged out. It said no research focus, but I'm pretty sure... I don't know. Dig out this, deconstruct this. We're not that far away. And then we set up a cooling system in this area right underneath it. Does that make sense? We want to set up just kind of adjacent to this. The cooling system is basically going to be... Right, we have insulated tile. We have 2 steam turbines. So we want 10 spaces. I'm just sketching this out for now. Whoops. Cancel this. Yeah, just 10 spaces. Base, insulated tile, igneous rock. Something like this. Set up thermal aqua tuners here. We're looking at something that is ultimately 12 by 8. I mean, it is a little awkward, but it fits there. Alternatively, we actually just get rid of this cooling system at the same time that we build this. I mean, why not, right? I think we just have it run in series. That's fine with me. Don't need to do this in parallel. We'll still just use the same... We could pretty much use the same hookups. Like, it'll move down a little bit, but otherwise... Right, we'll have this continue on across. So 12 by 8 would be right here, right? And if we want, we could just make it 12 by 9 pretty easily. I'm not sure why we would, except for the power. How tall are you? You're 4 tall? We could leave a little bit of room for power generation station. Yeah, okay. I think that works. I think we will actually deconstruct this. That also means that we don't have to put in as much water into our thermal aqua tuner system, that we can actually have... I don't know. I haven't actually tested systems. So ethanol gas is basically the heaviest gas in the game. Like, it's even heavier than like lead gas. I think lead gas and gold gas are heavier, but everything else, rock gas, all the other like steel gas, are actually lighter than ethanol. So it's heavier than steam. So there's actually kind of an interesting idea where you put ethanol in your aqua tuner room to help improve the performance. I don't actually know how well that works in practice. I think we might actually need this to be 3 high in order to make that work. So I don't want to dump the ethanol into here. We'll want to pump that out. But we'll make a... I mean, this doesn't need to be insulated tile for what we're doing here, but we could... Right, this could just be... So we'll make like a system that looks like this. And it'll just kind of be open-ended. We can have... Right, we'll have room for a power control station. Something like that. Right? And we can have the steam turbines here. But this will be the setup. But just, you know, right here instead. Okay. That's still... That's still a lot of work, because we need to set up that entire system. We need to vacuum it out. So that we can set up the heavy watt joint plates. We need to modify the cooling lines. We need to get the steel operation going. We need also a rock crusher somewhere in this system. Do we set up a second cooling system? I don't think we do. I'm talking myself out of it. I think we leave it as is. I know I hemmed and hawed a long time. I think we're rushing steel. Also, what is going on here? Why is this damaged? I don't know. It still functions, right? People will still come in here and use the bathroom, right? I'm not crazy. Okay. Plant some more mealwood. Get that going. Let's also preemptively dig up this. And we'll start working on setting up our next hatch ranch. I want to say, why is there a hatch here? Wait, how do you get here? What? No, wrangle this one. Don't wrangle that one. Wrangle this one. Or wrangle them both. I don't care. But get rid of this guy. Or maybe better yet, I think we uncovered a hatch here. But we want to say base, tile, sandstone. We want a sandstone tile across here. Priority 8. Let's get more ranches set up as well. That way we don't have to worry so much about food either. Because we'll have some meat coming in. Yeah, get rid of all this. We'll run our petroleum out. We'll turn this back on to get a little bit more petroleum. The petroleum is what we're going to use for the coolant in our metal refinery loop. We'll just accept that these trees are offline for now. In fact, I don't really want any of these being irrigated because there's no point. Go ahead and deconstruct that. Get the... that connects to this line, right? Yeah, okay. Deconstruct this bridge. Did deconstruct the right thing, right? Deconstruction error. Okay, perfect. Deconstruct that bridge. Stop irrigating those. There's no point. We replace this over here. We have 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2. Build out this. Base, tile, sandstone. We want to start building our floor out across here. Right. Base, tile, sandstone. Let's go ahead and let them work while I'm doing this. Not here. Sorry. Base, tile, sandstone. Boom. Pneumatic door. Aluminum ore. Boom. Tile, sandstone. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Pneumatic doors. Boom, boom, boom. Coming along nicely. And then stations. Grooming station. Let's just duplicate across here. Boom. Boom. Not this. Food. Critter drop off. Aluminum ore. Boom. Boom. Critter feeder. Aluminum ore. Boom. Boom. Priority 8. All of this. Get another couple ranches up and going. And then we'll clear out this, and we'll just fill it up with more mealwood. Is the plan. We can also give orders to dig out all this. Well, I guess not dig out this because it's still fine, but dig out all this. Is this cold enough? Actually, we could plant mealwood over here. Yeah, copy settings. Why not? Get some mealwood up in there. Build up a food surplus. Alright, so we dug out a lot of slime here. Let's now give an order. Ladder, sandstone. Set up one right here. Set up one right here. priority 8 this stuff, and then we will say dig out all this, dig out here, dig out here, dig out here, dig out this. In fact, just go all the way down, something like this. I guess they could potentially trap themselves. So let's also give a dig out order right here. Priority 8 on this, and priority 4 on this, just in case they trap themselves and I'm not paying attention. Yeah, more mealwood. More mealwood. The more mealwood we have, the happier I am. Build out our tile across here. And then ladder here. Ladder here. But we're only going to say priority 8 for this middle part. We don't really care about the rest. This we can set to open. So let's dig out this before we... because I think they might be able to get across. I don't know. Hatches are kind of weird. Sometimes they behave by the rules that they should behave by. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they cross through different branches. I don't know. We want this to be open anyways, and digging this out doesn't change anything for our hatch, for our dupes. So let's just do that. Yeah, okay. This should be good. What, you dug out this? Okay. You can still escape through here, right? Picks up a bunch of slime, carries it off. Okay, great. Looking good. So these are at priority 7. This is drained. That's fine. This temperature we'll keep an eye on. See if it gets to above 200 degrees. And over here, we want to start copy settings. Copy settings. Copy settings. What happened? Also, why is this not counting? Because, oh, there's a ladder right there. Base, tile, sandstone. Yeah, go ahead and replace this. And then go ahead and replace this. Priority 8. This will let all the debris fall down. And basically the idea is I'm going to have all this debris fall down, and we're not going to have it fall down into this room. Because even though that's kind of efficient for delivering food to these hatches, I want to take all this hot stuff and just kind of shuffle it under this area. That way this whole area can start becoming temperate. And then eventually what we can do is we can start setting up trees in here. Right, this can be a new area for our trees once we get the temperature down a little bit. But getting rid of all this thermal mass is kind of the first step to achieving that. Oh, and copy settings. Boom, boom. Yeah, and then copy settings. Boom. More ranches. Perfect. Yeah, so there won't be that much thermal mass in this system. We'll be able to drop all of this thermal mass down. And then because these hatches are spawned at a specific temperature, 25 degrees, they'll hopefully start cooling down this system a little bit, right? That's the plan, at least. Insulating tile all around this, get this area temperate, and then we can start planting trees in here. More room for trees means more ethanol, right? Which is going to be the source of our oxygen for a lot of the game, is just having a ton of trees, ton of ethanol production, ton of polluted dirt production. We're up to around 40 tons of polluted dirt. We want to get to like 2,000 tons of polluted dirt, right? So we're a ways off from that, but that's going to be the long-term oxygen supply, is the polluted dirt off-gassing, right? So that's why we want to go really hard on all that stuff. So I think this will work just fine as a tree area. Right now we want to set up a bunch of incubators to hypercharge our ranches, but eventually. Tile, sandstone. Let's start doing this as well, but not here. And priority 8 this. And definitely priority 8 this. That way it becomes a ranch. Yeah, these guys are cramped in here now. I want to go ahead and say wrangle this down to 1 critter. How many eggs do I have in here? Doesn't quite tell me. 3 eggs, right? 4 eggs. No, we want to wrangle this down to 0 critters. We want to move them all out of here. And they'll wrangle them down to here. And here, these guys are fine. These elderly ones will also kind of die off and give us some meat, which will be good. And we could actually have incubators just all across here. Right? We could have this one power system power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets of incubators if they're all set on clock sensors. This could be like a nursery ranching area, and then we just start doing ranches all the way up here, all across everywhere we can. Maybe here is next. Same idea, let all the debris fall down. Okay, Slickster has been delivered over here, right? So now he's just dropping his oil next to this leaky oil fissure, so when we finally uncork this thing, we'll be good to go. This is idle. This is at 67 degrees now. Right, so we might need to add a little bit of water soonish. Also, just me, is this a lot of slime lung? How is this happening? What is going on here? How do I have 87? Like we're almost up to 100 million slime lung per tile in this polluted water? I don't even understand. How? There's literally... What is... This dies off in... What? Wait, how is it growing? At what point did it grow? What happened? I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Because this is all just going to turn into steam anyways, but like... There's something definitely buggy here. There's no... Slime lung does not grow in polluted water, right? Yeah, it dies on liquid. So all the slime lung that's in here is just dying. There's no point at which it was ever growing, but when we dumped it out here... Maybe it's... There's no germs in this... Polluted oxygen is the only thing that slime lung grows in, and there's no germs in this polluted oxygen. It's all in this Okay, there's something weird going on, but I'm not going to try and figure out what it is. It doesn't matter anyways. It doesn't matter for 2 reasons. 1, I'm fine if our entire base gets slime lung, and 2, because that water's never going to be something that's in our base anyways. But that's still just bizarre. Same thing with the ethanol. There's some wackiness going on that I haven't quite grasped yet. But keep it in the brain bank, you know? For one day when they release that DLC where you want more germs, we'll have the exploit ready to go. Alright, so we finish up our refinement. That's great. We've tossed our hatches from over here, down here. That's great. These incubators will also... I don't think these incubators count as like the egg being present. So I don't think they count against our population as well. I don't think they cramp. I mean, I don't know. If they do, then we really kind of messed up. But if we can't do that, then things are bad. I don't think they count towards that, though. Why are you offline? Growth halted body temperature. Oh, because you're right next to this water sieve. Sure. I'm fine with that. Interesting. We have no lumber going, and therefore no growth halted irrigation. Yeah, we need to start sending polluted water up here now. This cooling system's offline. All these trees are going offline because we don't have We don't have polluted water going up there. We're out of water for all these oxyferns as well. Right? Growth halted irrigation. We need to start using our... We need to start using our hot polluted water. That's going to cause some issues, though. Like, these farms in particular are in the danger zone. Also, these trees don't have a cooling system. We're still probably a ways away from steel. 46 degree stuff, huh? The trees overheat at 40. We need the lumber, we need the ethanol. We're not really using any power, so it's not a big issue. Like, we just have our cooling system running. The cooling system will cool things down if we just let it run, right? If it's the only draw on the system, then these won't be running often enough to do anything. We could even get our coolant cold enough that we could just run the coolant off of this. We do have some cold water we could throw around. We have that as a possibility. Well, I think now is definitely the time to deconstruct this. And I think we can uproot, and it won't grow new branches, and we can plant our acorn. So we have that going for us. Then we want to start using this polluted water down here. The alternative is setting a pump up here, pumping some more water into the system, or taking the water from this system and setting up over there. This water, I think, is just going to supply these oxyferns is the plan. So I think what we want to do is we want to deconstruct this, get this pipe out of the way. This will clear the way for us to set up a connection here, right? Yeah. We're going to say plumbing. Yeah, so we deconstruct this. This will come up here. We will start running polluted water through this line. That can clog up all of our bathrooms pretty quickly, though. We kind of just want to set it up right here, actually. Base, tile. Let's go with igneous rock. Tile up this. Right. Priority 8 on that. Then we will say plumbing, liquid pipe. Hey, we're making this all out of liquid pipe, though, not insulated liquid pipe. Liquid pipe, igneous rock. We want to go in through here. We'll link in through here. We're going to deconstruct this, so this line is just going to go up to here. All right, we're going to connect this up. Use this water to pay for these oxyferns. Bridge across here, bridge across here. Seems good. Alright, that'll be just deconstruct this. Yeah, just deconstruct this. Priority 8. The question is whether or not we... If we let our cooling system go, and it's able to cool down this area, that's going to take a while, though. We could... Yeah, because I think with non-insulated pipe, the heat's going to become an issue pretty quickly. What is the temperature over here? 30. There's a decent amount of thermal mass here. We could set up temp shift plate along the way to try and exchange heat. And then we just end up dumping the heat into here as opposed to here, which is a little bit further away from our farms. Yeah, it's just that the cooling loop is not cold right? I mean, we could not be cooling down all this. We could just close this. Have it go straight up through. We could basically shut off cooling to this entire industrial area right here. Because, right, the temperature exiting here is actually 40 degrees or so. It's actually not that bad. We could shut off cooling to the petroleum generators too. That's really counterproductive in the long run, but in the short run would be fine until we get the rest of our system up and going. And then we break this line, send it over here. Just have a cooled loop. Basically no heat on the loop, right? Obviously we need to do the condensation, but besides that we just have all the cooling go to a loop with these trees. We'd want to loop this back though then, right? I guess we don't have to. We could just have a bridge off of that. So we would connect up here. We'd disconnect here. We can't disconnect here, but we could. Yeah, how would we do that actually? I guess we have to run through here because this is all sealed in at the moment. Like, we could connect this, but we can't disconnect. Can't disconnect this line. Okay, so let's say we have the cooling just go through the petroleum generators, right? We don't have the lumber to run this anyways. I don't think we need to worry about the temperature of this sector that much. Hopefully we get our cooling system online before we do that. We change the output, we change the flow so it goes back. Like, we just do a bridge right here, right? Bridge onto this line, disconnect this liquid pipe, or not this liquid bridge. Have a bridge here. No. Okay, we bridge here, off of here. We move this bridge down one, we put a bridge here, we bridge across here, and then we connect up through here after disconnecting this. I think that works. We don't need to deconstruct this, but I want to deconstruct it anyways, just so I don't get confused next time I look at this. Okay, so we're going to move this liquid bridge down one so that it is resupplying whatever gets taken off of this line. The cooling from this cooled line is going to then directly feed into our tree system up here. So we're going to finish up this pipe over here. I guess we also want to deconstruct this liquid bridge and just let this be a storage thing, just a pure storage thing for now, so that the system doesn't get confused, I guess. Let's deconstruct this for now. Deconstruct priority 8. This is all drained out, so we can deconstruct this. We are going to deconstruct this liquid bridge and replace it with liquid pipe. Right, priority 8 on these. This is going to become a ranch. We are going to then build. We're going to build plumbing, liquid pipe, igneous rock. We're going to build across here with this liquid pipe. Right? Let's priority 8 this as well. Then we're going to connect up this pipe. Yeah. We got this. Liquid pipe across here. Priority. Construction. Priority 8 all this. Then we want to deconstruct this liquid bridge. Priority 8. We will build a new liquid bridge. I guess we'll set that up after we've done the rest. Let's just do that for now. And we'll supply from... We're going to supply mainly from the cold line with a little bit of heat coming in later, but I guess we want to also force the flow going this way. We don't want the resupply line, because we want full packets going through this thermal aqua tuner. So we need to resupply polluted water onto this line for the polluted water that we take off, right? But we don't want the resupply line to just resupply to here and then go straight to this. We want to continue the flow. So we want to add in we basically want to say plumbing, liquid bridge, igneous rock. We want to set this up right here, so that when this connects to the system, like we'll need to disconnect some pipe, right? But yeah, this is... Oh, but that doesn't set the priorities correctly. Because then the resupply line takes priority over this line. We want it to, I guess, actually be right here, right? We want it to be right here. We want this bridge right here, and then we'll build a bridge right here to bridge onto this line. Yeah. Okay. So we bridge this. We'll deconstruct this pipe in the middle once we're done. Igneous rock is fine. Priority 8 on this as well. Okay, it's all coming together. And then we build a bridge here and move this bridge down, and the system works, right? Because this line will have priority over this resupply. Okay, cool. Cool. Disconnecting this. Oh, plumbing, liquid pipe, igneous rock. We also need to connect up this. And I guess we can just disconnect this whole system. Yeah, this system isn't gonna... If this line gets cold enough, we'll reconnect this. But we also want to deconstruct this. Deconstruct this priority 8. Alright, rearranging our plumbing. Yeah. That's a lot of insulated pipe, though. Because insulated pipe takes a while to build. I mean, it's not as bad as some other things, but... Can we plant an arbor acorn here now? Yes. Plant this bad boy here. Priority 8 this. Get our tree finally planted here. I mean, that's the advantage of letting the irrigation go, is we can actually get our last tree up in here. Okay. So, this now needs to be... It doesn't need to be, but yeah, it needs to be deconstructed. Deconstruct this pipe. This then connects plumbing, liquid bridge, igneous rock, like so. Liquid pipe, igneous rock, like so. This connects up. Why do I have a packet of water in here? That's not... Oh, there was a packet of water from the... Wait, what? Wait, how do I get a packet of water in here? This line has never been... ever a water line, right? This is empty, this is empty. There's only been polluted water through this line, correct? Polluted water comes through here. Oh, this is the packet that... Yeah. We had a problem down here with the piping because we accidentally connected a pipe that, or when we expanded the system, we connected a pipe. This is the little bit of water that passed through the lavatory and then came out through here. And apparently this was blocked when it came in through here, so it came in through here. I think is the plan. Something like that. All right. Well, deconstruct this. Priority 8. Just get this water out of here. Yeah, this is how this broke. Empty. No water fell, right? Plumbing, liquid pipe, igneous rock. Connect this up. Priority 8 this. Priority 8 this. Right. Oh, and while we're at it, stations. Grooming station, aluminum ore. We're going to start ranching some pips. They're not as useful as, well, a lot of things, because they don't really... They eat lumber, which is a kind of valuable resource, though they don't eat much of it, so it's not that big of a deal. But they give you half as much meat as hatches do, or slicksters, and they don't really give you, like, they don't output anything that interesting. Dirt. I don't really care about dirt. I've got 700 tons of dirt, no problem. New dupe. What do we got? Man, they have been giving us some garbage dupes lately. They're tempting us with this thimbleweed seed. So tryptophobia and flatulent sounds really bad. I mean, stinky looks pretty good, I guess. Biohazardous, I mean, he's gonna have slime lung all the time, but hey, who doesn't? And yeah, I mean, 7 operating is better than cooking decorating by a wide margin. Plus, I mean, it's Stinky. Stinky's just... Look at this guy. He's living the dream. All the rest of these people are rocket scientists. He's a janitor who got cloned up here. You know? That's literally what the lore says. I'm not making it up. Okay, this is ready to connect up through here, right? This is all good to go, correct? Polluted water, polluted water. This is all empty. We got rid of the water magically. Is there any mopping to do? Mopping here. I don't know. Okay, so the water just disappeared. It shouldn't have been there in the first place, but whatever. Then we just say plumbing, liquid bridge, igneous rock. We connect up here, right? Priority 8. Priority 8. Priority 8. There we go. So we are taking cooler polluted water, right, that has gone through our system. Also, have we gotten these down to 40 degrees? We haven't, but whatever. We're taking cooler polluted water now. We are running it straight up through here and into these trees. And we are replacing the polluted water on the line with this polluted water, right? And so we'll just basically start slowly draining this. And because this is 45 degrees, right, this is still, I don't know, it's going to do some cooling for the system. Not much, but it's going to do some. So then we just liquid bridge, igneous rock. Right, it's not an unreasonable temperature that we're putting this in at. Okay. I think we did it. With very little duplicate labor to boot. So this should supply our trees and be fine. And we'll be draining this water down very, very slowly. So I think we'll be on top of, right, like once all these trees are going, we're going to have lumber going. It's going to produce more polluted water, but I think we're going to be okay. This should at least last us until we get our steel up and going. Alright, rearranged all these pipes. We'll check back in to make sure that's actually working. Let's check in on our steel stuff over here. So we've dug out all the slime from here. We still have a good amount of slime. Let's go ahead and dig out here. How much petroleum do I have? We want a good 800 kilograms for our cooling system. I think we have a comfortable buffer here. Let's go ahead and disable this building. We also have run out of crude oil, apparently. Yeah, never mind. So we are donezo with the like until we break in up here. This is actually it for our petroleum. I think we have enough. We have enough to set up 2 steam turbines and get the rest of our petroleum for our cooling loop. We can break in up here and get another 300 kilograms, which will be another 150 kilograms of, I don't know, not a lot of oil. Not a lot of oil. I think we have enough though. I think we have just enough. We can pump some water into here if we really need. I don't know, that's going to be tricky too. We're going to want to start using some other oil. We probably want Slickster Ranches as well. They're working on this. Alright. Mont priority 8 on this. Do we see anything out here? Not really. We'll scout out a little bit more, and maybe we'll see more. Let's dig out across here if we can, and base, ladder, sandstone, ladder up right here. Priority 8 on this. Priority 6 on this. In fact, let's just do this ahead of time. Priority 6. Okay. Okay. I think we're set. So we are running some polluted water up through here now. This is resupplying here. This is a little bit hotter than I would like. Did the power go off? What happened here? We had a little bit of a spike there. Some of this water is a little bit hotter than I would like. Yeah, because we kicked on our petroleum generators, it looks like. But a lot of it is cooler. And this is all still flowing smoothly, right? Yeah, this is looking good. Some hiccups due to lag, but other than that, we're good to go. We have a buffer in the system, right? So it won't back up unless this thing gets full. Critter starvation, sage hatch. Yeah, because we don't have any dirt for you anywhere here. Wild happy groomed. Wild happy glum. Groomed. What's going on over here? Sage hatch. Wrangle this guy up. And any other hatches. I don't really want to grow sage hatches. We could have a dedicated... We could have one. Let's have this one be sage hatches. Critters. Instead of this, let's go sage hatchlings. And replace this with... Instead of sand and sandstone, let's go dirt. Yeah, I'm not gonna feed them anything else. Oh no, not this. Yeah, scratch that. Scratch this entirely. Sage hatch, dirt. That's it. Feed them dirt. Sage hatchling. Feed them dirt. Good. Dirt. Okay. Yeah, and critter drop off. This is now going to be, this is sage hatch. Yeah, okay. We'll set up some sage hatch things up here. Base, tile, sandstone. Let's start walling up across here. Let's give some sandstone ladder orders over here. We will priority 8 this. Base, tile, sandstone across here. In fact, you know what? Just base, tile, sandstone the entire way. We have everything dug out. Priority 8 all this. Okay. We're just going to clear out this ranching system over here. We're going to replace it with more farms. In fact, food, farm tile, dirt. Just start in on that already. These are halted due to irrigation, because we need to finish up this last bit of pipe right here. Okay. Priority 8, this. Priority 7, this line right here. Is that looking good? I think it's looking good. Yeah, alright. Let's go ahead and sweep this up. I think it's kind of done its job. And what else? The Sixer has plenty of CO2. He'll be happy. The temperature is good. We maybe want to start... This is unreachable because this hasn't been built. This is priority 8. Let's get this algae. Keep our oxygen up. I mean, we kind of want to keep it down that way the CO2 can reach here, but we need algae. What else do we want to do? We have a lot of duplicate labor suddenly. Unreachable build, really. You just go up here. Oh, because this is... Yeah, dig out this. So we can get up here if we need to. I don't think we need to, but we can if we want. What else? I don't think we have any research that we need left to do. Let's go over this. Don't want this. Don't want this. Don't need this yet. Don't want this. Don't need any of this. Don't care about this. We're not going to go into the saltwater biome anytime soon. Don't need this. HVAC, maybe? Maybe. Fine art? No, we don't have the Thimbleweed. Yeah, I think we're good. I guess we could start working towards exosuits. Maybe that's a good idea. I think we're set for on research for it now. Priority 8 this. Let's go ahead and set up. Let's go furniture, cots. Igneous rock is fine. Actually, there's no anything from this. Yeah, sure. Igneous rock. And let's start setting up. Actually, we would have a door here, so we'd go ding, ding. Yeah, okay. Cancel that. Furniture. Just planning in case we want to set up a different system. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so we want 2 over. And not granite. I don't know why I changed that. Furniture. Cots. Igneous rock. Thank goodness. Okay. Set these up across here. Let's also go a little bit further. Like this. And we'll just say pneumatic door, aluminum ore right here. And then for now, we're just going to set up a pneumatic door right here. Tile, igneous rock like this. Let's priority 8 all this. This will let us get a little bit more farmland in these areas over here, which should be nice. Or like right here, right here. Clear out a lot of these dupes, move them over to here. Get more farmland up and going. Okay, and I think we are ready to also dig out this. Priority 6, and then priority 8. Priority 7. All this, oh, this is dirt right here. Base, insulated tile. We also need to replace this, because otherwise the pressure will break this. Priority 8 this. Yeah, and I think we're good for the rest of this. These are halted due to irrigation still. Why? This is priority 9. Yeah, build this pipe, please. This is the only thing keeping these oxyferns offline at this point. Okay. Do we have any... I mean, it's going to be a while before this dust cap grows. So it'll be a while before we can get our mushrooms online, but... that's fine. This water temperature isn't great, but it's good enough. All these trees are still going, so I think we're fine. We want to say refinement. We want our metal refinery, say, right here. What does this look like plumbing-wise? Set this up either right here or right here. Yeah, I think just like this. So set up our metal refinery right here, and then we will say we want a plumbing, liquid bridge, igneous rock. We want this right here. And we're going to say radiant liquid pipe, lead. We're going to have our lead line right across here like this. Yeah, just like this. And then we'll say, I guess it doesn't really matter. Liquid pipe for this, igneous rock, connecting in here and in here, right? And so basically what's going to happen is we are going to have coolant input right here. So inside liquid pipe, igneous rock, this goes down to here, and then this goes up to here. And so the way that this plumbing system works is that the spent coolant will flow up here. It'll exchange heat with the water that we have here, right? It will then continue looping if there's no more coolant being pushed through the system, because this will have priority after the water, or not the water, but the petroleum flowing through here. And then any excess will come down through here. So this gives us 28 tiles. We'll have 280 kilograms of petroleum kind of looping through the system every time. Ideally, we would have 400 kilograms. That way the full batch can kind of wait and be processed as it goes through here. But I think this is a reasonable size to make things. Yeah, I think this is fine. So most of it will kind of just be looping through this system. And this is going to be generating steam, which we're going to be using to power steam turbines. We're going to go ahead and say power heavy watt wire. We're just going to connect up across here with aluminum ore. And then we will want to connect up here, right? This system is also going to have to connect up with heavy watt wire. We're probably just going to create like a joint plate right here and connect in through here. Right, so replace this with a joint plate and then have this go up here. I think that's the plan. So yeah, this will be our steam setup, or steam boiler for our steel production / all of our metal refining production. I think we'll be good. And we're going to use petroleum as the coolant because it'll have a really high phase transition point, which means that the coolant can get really hot before we have any sort of problems with it. But we'll have a lot of thermal mass in here. We're going to be using lead pipe, I guess. I don't know. We're going to try lead pipe and see how it works. I think it'll be fine. We might have issues on this pipe right here. Like, I'm tempted to just refine up a little bit of aluminum first. Just for this section right here, I want to have aluminum, I think. I think just right here I want to have aluminum. Let's go refinement. Rock crusher. We'll make a rock crusher right next to this, right? So this actually works out perfectly. Okay. I think I'm going to cut the stream here. We made a lot of progress. So we've got our ranches more or less up and going. We've got 6 of them built. We're building another 2 on the way. We're going to expand this out further. Eventually we'll get to these incubators. Once we kind of ran out of hatches to throw in these, which we're about to do, right? We're going to want to take these eggs, toss them in incubators, get our ranches going up a little bit further, right? We're probably going to take pretty much this entire section, like right here. I want to take pretty much all of this and turn it into ranches as well. We have good oxygen levels up here. Like, we have pretty good oxygen levels throughout all this area. So using this as, like, we're able to dig out a lot of this area without really killing our breathability too much. So I want to set up ranches all across here. Oh, let me, one last thing before we, ooh. So there's something right here. That should be pretty nice. We can reach this really easily. I mean, hopefully it's something good, but we can dig out across here. So other things to do. We're not going to change anything with this right now. We have this generating heat for us. We're up to 79 degrees. We can siphon off more polluted water anytime we need to keep this under 200 degrees. But I'm fine with this boiling off into steam. That's no problem. We want to finish up this thermal wall for this sort of heat death area. And we want to do that actually fairly soon, because we can see, like, once it gets to 72 degrees, we just start having major issues. So we want to finish up this wall. We got this wall finished up. This one also needs to get done pretty soon, but we'll finish up this wall. That will bottle in all this heat over here, because we're just, this whole area, like, huge sections of the map are basically cut off from us because of all these volcanoes and magma channels. Yeah. Okay, so on the to-do list, finishing up this wall, finishing up this wall, finishing up the rest of these ranches, and then expanding out the ranches, replacing this with farmland, getting our steel/metal refining industry up and going. We'll have a rock crusher here, a metal refinery. We can always add... I kind of wonder, actually, I have an idea. We're going to change this just a little bit here. We're basically going to say that I want insulated liquid pipe, igneous rock. Yeah, we'll do, it doesn't need to be, but we'll just do this. Does this make sense? I could set up hookups for other refineries. I think we're just going to stick with one. But we could actually get our full... We can snake this, right? We can snake this around and get our full 400 kilograms looped into the system. Because we only need 12 more, right? I mean, we're almost there. Yeah. Okay, we're definitely doing that. We're going to say radiant liquid pipe, lead. This goes down here, and then we go lead, 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 insulated liquid pipe, igneous rock, boom, 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 like this. And I don't know how this hookup works. If I do this, does it say that I am building... I'm still building insulated liquid pipe, okay. Plumbing. Yeah, we'll just do this. Okay, so this is how we're going to set up our loop. Right? This also... I mean, I don't know. We can do another setup like this. We could hook up another metal refinery. We're not ruling that out. It would just have to be a little bit weird the way that we set it up, and we want to have some good insulation there. But this setup right here will make sure that we get... We have 28 tiles here, and then another 11 here. And actually we have the tile right here. So this will be all 400 kilograms of a coolant output, right? To perfectly... So basically, once we finish a batch, that batch will reside in the system until the next batch gets done. So the dwell time will be fantastic on the system. Okay, so we want to build this metal refining system. We want to complete this line to get our petroleum out here. We need around 800 kilograms to get this thing kicking. I think we're good. Okay, so I'm going to cut the stream here, guys. Thank everybody for coming out. And yeah, base is coming along really nice. I like where we're at. I like our food levels, our oxygen levels. I think we're making good progress towards our steel. We're going to have a good power, good cooling. We've got a bunch of ethanol banked. Yeah, things are looking really good. All right, cutting things here. Catch you guys next time.